The following is a Shaw TV sports presentation.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
Welcome to Bill Copeland Arena here in beautiful Burnaby, British Columbia. As you can see, the players are on the ice getting ready. It's Delta and Yale from out in Abbotsford, both very deserving of being here, undefeated so far, and you are joining us here for Shaw TV's coverage of the Pat Quinn Classic, specifically the Bantam Elite level. Amazing action and amazing tribute to Pat Quinn. It's a 50-plus-year-old tournament, but last year rebranded with Pat Quinn's name.
Yeah, in a perfect location. Burnaby, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, you got Cliff Ronning, you got Glenn Anderson, you got Paul Correa. Hey, you got Joe Sakic-Way just a couple hundred yards outside this building. 14 rinks, Paul, within 2.5 miles of this particular one here. The rebrand to Pat Quinn, I think, was magnificent. He was a friend to everybody. Let's not forget that. But he was also a guy that demanded excellence, whether it was the NHL, whether it was the World Junior, or even the Olympics. He demanded perfection as best you can get. He loved what was going on here today. The best versus the best. That was what Pat Quinn was all about. We got two undefeated teams. He would have loved it to end exactly the way this division is ending right here.
A friend to everyone in hockey, teams from as far away as Arizona, Los Angeles this year. Last year they had a team from Japan. Anchorage just won the Pee Wee tournament this morning. It's been fantastic to see, and yes, we're seeing the teams line up down on the ice. Delta Academy undefeated, as well as Yale Academy. Yale is the visiting team. We're going to take a quick look, I think, at how they got here to this tournament. Played their semifinal this morning, defeating the Lethbridge Golden Hawks 4-3. Captain Bowen got 2 goals, including the winner in that one. Hard-fought battle. Lethbridge pressed late. Delta as well for that one played their semi this morning. It was a bit of a heartbreaker for the folks here in Burnaby. Burnaby Winter Club lost that one 3-2. It came down to a shootout. Only 1 goal was scored. Delta took it, and they are back. They were here last year. They lost to Chicago. They're going to want to win it this time, though. They're not going to want 2 back-to-back losses. So we'll take a look down here, rinkside. They've got the ceremonial face-off, and you see there the mayor of Burnaby, as well as Gino Ojic and Cliff Ronning.
Well, you're right, Paul. Anytime you go to a shootout, at what happened in that game against the Burnaby Winter Club, as far as Delta's concerned, it's all about skills at that point. It's not much to do with team play. It's what your skill level's at, and it was a dicey one, but nonetheless they got here, and that's the important thing. They're meeting in the final.
And they had to fight back in that one. They were down 2-0, came back to tie it, and then take it in that shootout. It is a bit of a skills competition. We saw it in the 98 Olympics, a bit of a heartbreaker for Canada. The whole country knows about that, but Delta was sure pleased to be taking that one and get a chance at redemption this year after not showing maybe as well as they'd have liked to last year against the Chicago Mission.
And, Paul, the big thing, too, is in a final like this, you can't afford a slow start.
No.
You take look at that Yale team on your screen on the left there. They fell behind 2-0 to the Burnaby Winter Club Bruins in game number 1, and they found a way to claw back and win that game. I'll tell you, you don't want to do it. You just don't want to fall behind. You got to push hard right from the set.
I think we're going to get the anthems now, as well as Oh Danny Boy.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the leaves have fallen, and I am dead as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear, though soft you tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. And you will bend and tell me that you love me. And I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
C is unreal, isn't it? Pat Quinn, big Irishman, 2 seasons with the Canucks as a player, 5 as a coach, 10 years as a general manager and president. The legacy so well maintained here in this tournament.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Beautiful anthem there, as always. We're getting ready for action. The players get their helmets back on. Thank you again for joining us on Shaw TV. Bill Wilms is my color man. I am Paul McClellan on play-by-play, and now we're headed down rinkside to Sarah Wright.
Thanks, Paul. While you guys focus on what's going on the ice, I will be chatting with people that make the Pat Quinn Classic happen, because you know there's a lot that goes into this event to make it run smoothly. I'll also be chatting with coaches and players, and of course some Canucks alumni who hold Pat Quinn near and dear to their hearts. Gentlemen?
Thank you for that, Sarah. We look forward to meeting back up with you and everyone else that'll be joining you throughout the rest of the game. First up, we're going to take a look at Yale's starting goaltender, Andre Proctor Ramirez in net. Yale is wearing the dark sweaters to our broadcast left in the first period here. And Fantastic goalie did not play this morning. Both teams very blessed with two good goaltenders. So they're switching it up. Both goalies get a chance to play in the semi and the final today. Their head coach as well is Brad Rahela, and I think we're going to get to hear from him right now. We'll get that interview for you in a second. The refs there, you can see the officials lining up, getting ready for this one. There has been some tough stuff. These kids are learning the physical side of the game by this age as well. Return to the lineup for Trevor Thurston for Delta. He did have a suspension. Cross-checked a guy into the crossbar in the quarterfinals, but he's back in action for Delta. So they'll have his physical presence back there once again. He's a tough defenseman wearing number 21.
Well, that team you're looking at right there coming into today's game, ranked number 1 in Western Canada. The Yale Lions ranked number 3. So, folks, sit back, enjoy, because this is as good as it gets at the 14-year-old and even 13-year-old level in Western Canada.
And there's your starting goaltender for Delta as well, Dylan Garant. Very talented, all 4 goaltenders in this matchup. And here we go, off the opening face-off. Possession goes to Delta. Shipley back in his own end, flips it up through center. Both teams will have to feel each other out. Undefeated, did not meet each other in this tournament, but they did meet in Calgary, where Delta won that tournament just a few weeks ago. When was that one, Bill?
Yeah, that was just before, I think it was back in October. But, both teams here trying to get back, into being careful. The thing that you want to watch and what scouts often look for is the blue lines. This is where the most decisions are made. These kids got a lot of talent. And when scouts watch these guys play, they want to see what kind of hockey sense you've got. And you watch the decisions that are made at the blue lines. That's where you got to process an awful lot of information. A little bit tentative, I'm sure. They want to get that puck in deep. They want to go on the forecheck. And it's all about races now, Paul. Who gets there quickest and body leverage. It's so different now. You can't go in and just hammer guys.
Yale with some pressure now. Klein back on the point, crosses it over. They get it down deep. Scrum behind the net. Puck gets cleared out there by Delta. We'll see if that was enough for icing, and it is. Let's get a quick comment from the Yale coach right now.
I'm here with Brad Rahela, the head coach of Yale Prep Academy. Your team has made it to the finals of the Pat Quinn Classic. How special has this week been?
Yeah, it's been a good situation for our team. Obviously had a bit of adversity to go through with injuries and things like that, but it's a first-class tournament. We're pretty happy to be where we're at and looking forward to the game.
And what are some of the key factors that made you get to this point?
Our group's pretty relentless when it comes to the work ethic. We practice hard, we train hard, and the kids play hard. It's a fun group to coach, and ultimately they're a group of winners, and we want to be in these types of situations.
So going into this final game, what is the team talking about?
You know what? I think that in these types of games, you have to approach it just like any other game. You can't get too high and too excited because of the championship on the line. You got to approach it and take it 20 minutes at a time and do things the right way. It sounds cliche, but when it comes to tournament championship games, I think the team that stays calm and stays within their structure is usually the team that comes out on top.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Came out of that scrum with possession of the puck. Thanks again, Sarah, for checking in with the coaches. We will meet with the other just moments for you. Close there to too many men on the ice. Delta breaks in, gets a shot. That one gets knocked to the side by Proctor Ramirez. Shot there from the corner, hits the side of the net. Loose puck, big hit thrown there by Mosher. Mosher does throw his body around, seems to be appropriate for his last name. Proctor Ramirez out of his net, almost got tangled up there, a little bit dangerous. Trying to get out of their zone. Yale gets it ahead. Send it up the middle. Hornbach chasing, but couldn't get a hold of that one. Out comes Delta. Fordham's there, knocked down. Frank giving him the business. Delta just trying to get this one up along the boards, but Yale stops it up. They regain, though. Fordham's again, works his way past the defender Klein, in over the blue line. Whips one towards the net, put aside by Proctor Ramirez. Evans chased that one down. Sidestep to hit, though. Lost control of the puck. Out comes Chasen for Yale. Gets it across. Quick shot there. Bowen. Captain Bowen, 2 goals this morning in the semifinal. They can't get that one, so Gagno's back in his own end. You'll see Gagno out there a lot. He really drives the breakout for Yale. I noticed this morning in the semi especially. No points, but a big part of that engine that drives their offense.
You know, both coaches right now, Paul, trying to get all their guys in. So you know what? Because it isn't a frantic pace, it's pretty good for both teams to get their second and third and fourth lines in.
Okay, we're going to step in, chat with the Delta coach right now, see what they'll be up to tonight. 16:20 left to go in the first period.
I'm here at ice level with head coach of Delta Prep Academy, Matt Earhart. How pumped up is the team going into this final of the Pat Quinn Classic?
Yeah, very excited to be in the finals. It's our third tournament final of the year. We lost our first 2, so we're pretty excited. We played Yale in the last tournament, lost to them in the final, so we're pretty excited to have a chance to win the tournament, also to win the tournament in Pat Quinn's name.
And what's been working so far this week that has gotten you to this point?
We just kind of, stressed to team play, having all players contributing to our team. So I think within each game we've had different players step up and kind of take lead roles, and it's really helped us to play the first 5 games.
So you've played Yale Prep 6 times already this year. You've won 5 of them. How does that change the attitude going into the final at all?
Not at all. I mean, they beat us in the tournament last time, and every game's a tight game against them. We're pretty evenly matched, and it's been a few bounces here and there that really, those games have been real tight. So we're excited to play against Yale because it brings out the best, I think, in both our teams, the talent level on both clubs. So it should be an exciting game.
All right, all the best, Coach.
All right, thank you.
This is what a terrific defenseman De La Gorgendier is. Watch him play his man one-on-one. Recognizes a gap, closes a gap, drives his man right into the corner. This is a big kid, 6 foot, 167 pounds. He was suspended 2 games, by the way. Never got to play in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. So, he's just a very physical player that can go into the corner and, finish a check.
He's here now, and he'll want to make up for those missed couple of games for sure. Puck down into the Delta zone now. Margetson throws it up. Venier couldn't get it ahead. Perchetta tries to take it to center ice for Delta. Can't make it over the blue line. They dump it in, though. Picked up by the defenders. Klein gets it as it slides near side. He works his way up the boards. Puck comes into Ardanaz. He chips it up and ahead. Delta can't retain possession, though. Vanier loses it there to Ardanaz again.
And that's twice that puck never got deep. It's deep now. When the Yale Lions get to that blue line, you want to make a good decision with it. Process a play, make a play with it, don't turn it over.
Chase on through that one just wide. Chase down by Bowen. He leaves it. Frank can't do anything with it. Overskates. Delta now trying to regain that. Gagne at the line. Couldn't get it. Frank now at center. Lets it go to the defenseman. They dump it in. Both teams being very cautious. They know how talented the other is. Puck heading out to Shepard. See if he can use his speed here. Cutting in on the near side. Across. Oh no, he just flubbed in front of the net. Couldn't quite get a handle. Shepard, you'll notice his speed. He's incredible on the offense. He's incredible on the penalty kill. I saw him in the quarterfinals just skate a couple of laps around the entire 5 players from the opposition. Rocky Mountain that was. Just uses his speed. He's not the biggest guy, but he works his way around, evades checks. Here comes Horseman. Whips that one in. Nice save there by Proctor Ramirez. Back comes his teammates. Yale down the other way. Fair puts that one into the pads. Down into the slot, but Delta regains possession. Here they come. Santa Juana sends it into the slot. Horseman working down low, just out of the way, just wide of the net. Santa Juana there has to pick up his stick. Horseman still trying to hold it in there. Evans can't. Here comes McDonald, throws it over to Fair. Just offside, though.
When you come up the ice, Paul, the thing is you always want to fill the 3 lanes. Wherever that puck is. And it's especially important if you can get that one guy in center lane drive, go to the net, and the far guy also look for, any kind of rebound that might happen. And I don't think you could do it much better than Delta did on that last rush. And how about that, as you talked about it, Cole Shepard with that speed, as he took a stretch pass and cut right to the front of the net.
We didn't even see him at full speed there. I've seen this kid just put the jets on. He doesn't need much space to do it either.
By the way, Cole Shepard's brother, Jackson Shepard, is playing in Vancouver tonight for the Kamloops Blazers.
Some familiar names maybe for folks. There is a Sword in this game if you're a Vancouver Giants fan. It's Dalton's cousin, I believe. Talented family. Here comes Milne in. He puts that one wide. Yale will try to regain possession, but Ardanaz has it behind his own net, throws it over to Watson. Tries to work his way up. Horseman takes it out over his own line, center ice, into the opposition zone. He shoots one just over the net. Back to the line there. Point shot goes wide. Yale trying to work their way out of the corner. They lose possession though. Fitzgerald there, throws it back to the corner again. It's Margetson on the point, trying to throw them on net. Here comes Chase Hall. Crosses the blue line. Puck goes behind the net. Yale still able to hold possession, but only momentarily. Ardanaz there, gets it ahead to Horseman. Horseman to Ardanaz, he's got a 2-on-1. He puts that one right into the crest. Oh, and the puck's still loose. Where is it? How did they miss that?
Well, I'll tell you what, that's one that I think that Proctor would want back. I don't know how he didn't freeze the puck. Good, have a good look here. It's going to go to the net. By the way, a guy 116 pounds, Christian Fitzgerald, number 9. Keep your eye on him. That guy right there, he battles for time, he battles for space. I don't know how that puck didn't end up in the net. When it comes to size, guys, you never know what's going to happen at this level when guys grow another 2 or 3 years. Guys 5'2" sometimes end up 6'4". And the thing is, one thing about size in hockey all the time is passion trumps logic. Logic says you shouldn't be able to play. Hey, don't measure the guy's heart, because he's going to tell you, my passion's going to allow me to play. I got a kick out of that shift to Christian Fitzgerald, 5'4", 116-pounder, and he was right in the middle of that action in front of the net.
Oh, he's not afraid of anything. And yeah, especially at this age, we're going into talking about the WHL Bantam Draft and all the guys that have come out of this tournament. Size, they can still put on a lot of weight and some inches at 14 years old. That's nothing.
Let me tell you something. In Seattle, they had a kid, Brendan Dillon, that they wanted to draft. They didn't. He was 5'2", 125 pounds. He grew 9 inches in 1 year playing Junior B at Hope. 9 inches in a year. Went back to Seattle, was terrific. Today, Paul, he's 6'3", he's 203 pounds. He's a defenseman with the San Jose Sharks. You just don't know about size. It's all about projection.
Definitely. Here we go. Yale with some pressure down deep. Last year we saw it. A great player for Delta, drafted by the Vancouver Giants, the second round, 36th overall, Lucas Fejkowski. If people watched this tournament on Shaw last year, they would have seen him. Amazing player. The Giants were not afraid that he was not the biggest guy, not the smallest guy, but he'll grow into his body, or at least has the potential to do so. Now puck deep in the Yale zone. They try to work it out along the boards. McDonald's now has it. Couldn't hold on to it there. Ooh. Nearly lost control of that one. A little danger with Shepard on the doorstep there. Yale now trying to slow things down.
And that's a guy you want the puck on De La Gorgendier's stick, number 22, because he's going to get it out most times.
Morini now trying to work his way in. Couldn't get that shot past the defender. Delta sends them back. Taylor there dumps it in. Shipley chases it behind his own net, chips it ahead. Missed it there. Point shot goes wide. Gordon's there trying to get it for Delta. Can't. Milne throws it across, but his pass is just outside. There's Sword picking it up now at center ice. Taylor sends it ahead. Vanier back to Taylor. Taylor working his way near side. Easy little push to the side for goaltender Garant. Hasn't been too busy tonight. Shots 8-5 right now for Delta. We've got 9:26 remaining in this first period. Still scoreless. Final game for Bantam Elite. In comes Delta. Santa Juana's shot gets blocked by the defender. See if Yale can recover it here. Taylor back in his own end.
Cut to the high slot perfectly, and it was a well-played blocked position by the Yale defense.
Santa Juana there, loses control. Bowen now out of his own zone. Jason couldn't take that pass from Frank. They double team though in the corner. Out comes Frank trying to get the puck. Tough battle. Jason comes to help out.
Guys outside.
Well, you know, you talk about Matt Earhart. We've already talked to him, the head coach. He was with Surrey of the BC Hockey League when they won the RBC Cup in 2013. He's been an assistant coach with the Vancouver Giants. He was an NCAA player at Quinnipiac. You know, he built his team around speed. He says they want to have an attack mindset. Just a wonderful job. And the guy with him, right to the left of your screen there. How about Shane Cuss? Also head coach at Surrey, all-time leading scorer. The guy on the left, folks, in the coat, all-time leading scorer in the BC Hockey League. 418 points. He's coached Brent Seabrook. He's coached Milan Lucic, Troy Brower. Tell you what, that's an impressive brain trust behind the bench of that Delta Wild hockey team.
Amazing coaching squad they've got there. I believe Shane Cuss has his number up in the rafters at the South Surrey Arena.
Very good.
Talented
Absolutely
player
right.
and maybe an even better coach.
There you see Brad Rahela and his coaching staff. We've already talked to him, 26 years old, head coach at Aldergrove in the PIJHL. He was coach of the year in Aldergrove. Coached Yale to the John Reed Memorial Tournament Championship. And, you know, it's just a wonderful group. By the way, the CSSHL stands for Canadian Secondary School Hockey League. It was founded in 2009. 5 sports academies. Now there's 19 different. Yale and Delta both added in 2013. And Paul, can I give a plug out to my son?
Please do.
My son Billy is the executive director of the Yale Hockey Academy and has been doing a wonderful job, as has Ian Gallagher in that same position with the Delta Wild.
But no bias tonight for Yale. We're
None
fans of both
whatsoever.
squads.
Absolutely.
Santa Juana there, tried to feed something in the slot. Puck doesn't get there. Yale recovers, flips it up and out. Bowen there just gets it in. Frank and Chasen try to double team Santa Juana. Horseman comes out with it though, crossing center. Can't work his way past the defender. Here comes Bowen again, up to Chason. Chason down the middle. Fires that one. Easily snagged by goaltender Garant.
Boy, you had a real good job there of, again, De La Gorgadier taking the hit, making the hit along the boards, right at the entry level. And the important thing when he did that, Paul, he got that puck to Ethan Bowen, number 17. When 22 blue and 17 blue combined, they may be the two best, two of the top. There he is, the captain, two of the top, probably 10 prospects in the Western Canada at the Bantam level.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch Ethan Bowen this morning, just really taking his team by the shoulders and leading the way as captain. Here they come again. Chase on at center. Tries to get it ahead. Frank chases. Watson leaves it for Shipley there. Frank throwing the hit though on Shipley. Still work it up and out. Here comes Shepard. Little sidestep. Into the zone. Shepard couldn't take that one. Yale being careful though. Sordiff there. Throws it behind the net. Far side now. Fever gets it ahead to De La Gorgadier. Working his way deep into the corner, tried to throw it out in front of the net, nothing doing. McDonald there tried to swipe it, but couldn't. He recovers though, waits for the tag up, comes in near side, throws it towards the net, easily shoulder to side or stick to side. Gagnon now back in his own blue line, flips it up along the boards, gets caught up on the linesman. Klein working it in near side, crosses the blue line. Looks back at McDonald, he's got some room, winds up, takes the shot, it's wide, stick side. Fordham's now the other way, trying to get a 2-on-1 going. Good job on the Yale players to skate back. Fair there, helping out the D. McDonald now coming back, looking for numbers the other way. Fever couldn't take that pass though, and Ardanas now takes it behind his own net. Up to Fordham's. Crosses it, a little bit weak, but makes it there to Fitzgerald. He tried to feed in the slot to Porchetta. Fitzgerald there again, not afraid of anything. Took a hit. Bowen there near side, dumps it in, wraps it around the boards. Chase on along the far boards, trying to help his captain out. Fordham's though gets control, gets it out, but Frank steals it from him. Puck gets tied up near the Delta bench. Got to be careful, too many men maybe. Ardanaz, though, gives it away there in the slot, but Frank can't do anything with it. Bowen now behind the net, looking for someone in the slot. Frank tries to throw a hit, goes down. Delta's able to get it out there, but I think that'll be icing.
Well, we talked about the CSSHL two teams here in the final, and obviously both very, very good hockey clubs. One ranked number 1, one's ranked number 3, but you start looking at the alumni that have played in the CSSHL. Matt Dumba now with Minnesota, Curtis Lazar with Ottawa, Shea Theodore with Anaheim, Jake Vertan in Vancouver, Jake Bean, by the way. When you watch Canada play, you see number 2 on your screen, a graduate of the CSSHL. The league was founded, as I said, in 2009 with 5 schools. But they got 19 now. It's fantastic.
Shocking it took so long in Canada to get, a secondary school program going. I know my old high school has a team. When I was there, wasn't even a conversation, but great to see development at that level. I know it's been a big boon in the United States. They've been feeding in through high schools out east especially for quite some time into the USHL and college hockey.
No, it is. It's expensive. It's not cheap. There's no question about it. But you are going to get some serious opportunities to play.
Taylor there tried to take it. Mount throws it over to Smythe. Smythe couldn't get that one. Milne fans on that attempt. Delta retains possession. Shepard puts it down low. Sordiff fighting for it down low. Porchetta tried to get it out, but Yale does regain control. Happy to just be done with it and go for the change. Shepard now at center, being chased by Milne. He gets sent back. Watson back to Thurston. Thurston tried to get it over to Mount, but can't. In comes Fitzgerald, nice little move. Oh, just over the net. Shepard near side. Can't get it past Gagnon. Watson now in the other corner, takes a hit from Fair. Working his way out in the middle. McDonald couldn't hold on to that one. Puck comes back to Gagnon at the point. He gets one towards the net, just wide stick side. McDonald picks that one off at center again. He can't go in. Fear of offside. Delta gets a chance to start something up as Yale goes for a change. That made it all the way down to Proctor Ramirez, but he just pads it into the boards.
Surprised he didn't catch that, Paul. I mean, why would you pad that thing into the corner? Just catch it, throw it in the corner. Wow, there's
nice
traffic.
Move there by Horseman. Puck comes back to the point. Shipley looking for a lane, can't find it. Puck goes in the corner. Evans chases it down low. Horseman banging away. Nice job there. Proctor Ramirez held on and not being intimidated by Horseman.
This was an awfully good play by Cameron McDonald going into the offensive zone. Second in goals. Bowen's got 22 on the season. He's got 10, and pretty nice little toe drag. Beautiful job. Good shot. A little bit of a deflection, went wide, and I like the pushback by Delta. They came right back the other way, and they got that puck into the paint. Got an opportunity. You always want to push back when one team has had an opportunity one way. Don't let them dominate. Don't let them have that second layer of offense, and Delta's come back with a good play inside the Yale zone.
4 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 11-7 for Delta. Ardanaz from the point throws that one in, and it's gloved down by Proctor Ramirez.
Ardanaz does a good job on the blue line for this team. In white, the Delta Academy.
Delta takes that draw again. Ardanaz puts it in low for O'Neill. Yale fights it back. Works it out of their own end. Here comes Marini. He dumps and they chase. Picked up there by Margetson. He took the hit. Ardanaz there working it up to center. He can't hold on to it though. Margetson there, throws it across to O'Neill. He chips it in and they go for the change. Klein back in his own end. Klein trying to catch Delta on a change. Fair couldn't take that pass though. Smythe throws it up along the boards. Yale sends it in, but they have to tag up first. So another chance here for Smythe, working his way up slowly this time. Gets the pass and the chip.
You know, the thing you're always looking for as a scout is who is the elite skaters? I mean, what an elite skater does, Paul, is he's a guy that not just goes hard up and down the ice with not a lot happening. An elite skater, and a scout will tell you that right away, they can get around people and then they can create a play. You watch in the rest of this game, who's able to do that? Get around somebody and then make a play. That's really what separates so many kids.
Fitzgerald puts that down towards the net. It's picked up, though. Yale doesn't let it get too close, but stolen away by Thurston momentarily. Frank sort of left that one. Dangerous, but Chason does get it out of zone then. Smythe sends it right back. So we'll go Gendere behind his own net, up to Chason. Chason sends it up. Here comes Bowen. Can't get that one in though. Still chasing it. Skates over it. Frank sends it in back to the Delta zone. Puck behind Guerin, picked up by Watson. Watson slowing things down. 2 minutes to go in this first period. Still scoreless. Delta and Yale in the Bantam Elite Final here at the Pat Quinn Classic on Shaw TV. Yale trying to start something out of their own end. Here's Fair. Crosses the blue line with McDonald helping, but Delta's in position. Not opening up too much in front of the net. They take the puck. They lose it though. Mount couldn't take that. Beaver couldn't put anything on net. Back comes Delta. Here comes Shepard working his way across. He's got room. Oh, just wide on the top corner, stick side. Battle going on in front of the net. Proctor Ramirez isn't taking garbage from anyone. He was pushing and shoving. He's been watching clips of Carey Price. Taylor chips that one in deep. Back in the Delta zone behind their own net. Good forecheck by Yale. Fordham's near side, does get it up. Potential 2-on-1 there. Mosher had to chase though. Stopped up by Sword. He did it up there and does take possession. Loses to Fordham's though. He's got some guys on the point. Tries to throw it on net. Stopped up. Point shot with a lot of traffic in front. Doesn't make it there. Yale just happy to escape there without giving up a chance. Chasing it down. Delta does get possession out of that race though. That's Ardanas behind his own net. Penalty coming up to Yale. Goalie to the bench. Porchetta throws it up, but they'll lose possession. And with 26.4 on the clock, we'll see the first penalty of the game.
That comes after a really good save by the Yale goaltender. Did he ever have to fight through traffic to find that puck? And as the play went up the other way, it's Bowen taking the penalty for the Yale Lions. And in my estimation, probably going to be one of their better penalty killers. Anytime you wear a letter, indicates that you're probably going to get a lot more ice time than a lot of guys. And you see what Rahela thinks of that penalty, and he knows with the time left in the period, which from my location, I got to really stretch, but it looks like about 26 seconds, Paul. Face off for the Delta Wild in the Yale end.
Thurston at the point. They'll see if they can do anything with this couple seconds to start their power play. Watson winds up, passes to the side. Mount looking for something. Watson winds up, point shot, traffic in front. That might have hit Sordiff, and on the rebound, I think that was Mount that put it in, but Sordiff took that slap shot block first. And his teammates, as they celebrate, are concerned for his well-being.
Yeah, Sordiff, by the way, I should say he's probably played as, in fact, he missed a couple games because of illness. He hasn't been feeling pretty good. But you know what? When you're on a power play, you want chaos in front. Sordiff takes that puck in his body, in his leg somewhere, and look at it, it's just laying there. The goaltender Proctor Ramirez is trying to find it, and the worst place you look or feel as a goaltender when you're trying to find a puck in the paint, when you realize it's behind you. And bang, the tap-in was an easy one, and it's a power play goal, 1-0. Delta
So there's the first goal of the game. It didn't take long on that power play.
And by the way, Peyton Mount, 25 goals in league play, 48 points. The guy that just scored that goal, he was in a stretch, get this, Paul, of 8 games played, 14, 13, 27 points for Peyton Mount from Victoria. And at 5'9", 173, Peyton Mount has got that solid base. You know, your center of gravity is down a little bit lower, really hard to knock off the puck. And I think maybe one of the reasons nobody could check him in that paint for that goal.
I didn't quite catch the announcement. I think they might have given it to Sordiff.
Mount on the power
might have
play
hit him down low.
1949.
They just said,
so
I think it's Mount's goal, Paul.
At the end of the first period, 1-0 for Delta on that late power play marker. You're watching the Pat Quinn Classic on Shaw TV. We'll be back after this.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
Shutout simulator audition, take 1.
It's game time at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Face off against today's best players and share your game cam videos. The Hockey Hall of Fame. It's your time to play.
Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, January 6th, when the Calgary Hitmen land in the Queen City looking to rub out a win against the Regina Pats. Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
You know how to shoot that thing? I'm good. It's all mine.
He's local, my friend.
Oh, we're good. We got a Mexican. I sense we are bonding. Oh.
Volunteer with Shaw TV. Community volunteers learn about television production both in front of the camera and behind the scenes. There's a volunteer opportunity for everyone at Shaw TV. Find out more at shawtv.com.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Welcome back to Bill Copeland Arena. Paul McClellan here with Bill Wilms. We're talking about the first period of action from here at the Bantam Elite Final of the Pat Quinn Classic. Delta Academy taking a 1-0 lead with 11 seconds left in the first period on the power play. What was their advantage? They also outshot the Yale squad 14-7. What do you think was working for them?
Well, they're patient. This is a team in Delta that has given up 80 goals less than they've scored in the season. They've only given up 35 in the regular season. So, going into the game, the coach and staff knows, don't get carried away. Don't turn this into a track meet. Just check hard. Defense wins a lot of games. Defense obviously wins a lot of championship games like this final here. And they were patient. They got a power play. They got it late in the first period, and they capitalized on it. And their key guy, Peyton Mount, was involved in the play. So I think that whole period was about, hey, guys, stay with it. Stay with it. Don't get carried away. And sure enough, Delta comes out with a 1-0 lead.
Big 1-0 lead, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more after this. But Sarah has Mayor Corrigan down rinkside.
I'm here with the mayor of Burnaby, Derek Corrigan. Now, Derek, I heard that you are quite the sports fan. Have you been enjoying sports your whole life?
I have is that I played a lot of sports myself, but I think I enjoyed sports with my kids even more. I coached lacrosse. I was a team parent for hockey. I was a soccer coach over the years. My kids were involved in water polo, basketball. So yeah, we're a sports family for sure.
So being such a sports fan and the mayor of Burnaby, how important are events like this to the city?
Absolutely a thrill for our city to be able to host an event like the Pat Quinn Classic. You know, my sons played in this tournament when it was a lot smaller, and even then it was so exciting for them. They were absolutely pumped with the idea that they would be playing before this many people in such a prestigious event. So I can imagine what it's like for kids now to be sitting here with so many scouts coming in to watch them, and the potential for them to be recognized and go on.
Let's elaborate on that. Talk to me about the evolution of this tournament. You've been mayor for 15 years, so you've seen it grow.
I have. I've seen it grow over the years, and it was a tournament that had its moments in the past where teams were invited in and came from all kinds of places like the U.S., from Alaska and from California. But it got tired after a while, and so the rejuvenation of this tournament through the Pat Quinn volunteers coming in has been absolutely spectacular. We've been so lucky to have that group led by Cliff Ronning and the Quinn family. We've been so lucky to have them take over this tournament and help to build it into something now that's becoming one of the most important tournaments kids can play in anywhere in Canada.
How important is it for these young athletes to see these Canucks alumni helping out at things like this?
I think it is absolutely crucial. You know, the idea that they can be near their sports heroes and they can see that they're real people just like them, and that possibility of attaining that lofty goal is there. It's something that they may be able to succeed at in their life, is really the dream for all kids in Canada.
So this tournament likes to focus on player experience, spectator experience, and sportsmanship. What else do you think is really important and really part of this tournament that makes it special?
Well, Tourism Burnaby has been very involved in promoting this tournament, worked very hard with the Quinn family and Cliff Ronning and others who come in and volunteer. They've developed a tournament, I think, that is a real economic generator for the city. We have specialized in sports tourism as part of our economic development in the city. You probably heard that just recently we had the World Junior Taekwondo Championship right here at Copeland Arena. We're becoming renowned for being able to put on one of the best shows in town, and more of these tournaments are coming to Burnaby, so we've got a unique place in the Lower Mainland.
Let's just touch a little bit more on the Quinn family. It was an emotional year with Pat Quinn being inducted into the Hall of Fame. How special has this year's tournament been because of the year that they've had?
Well, the Quinn name is absolute magic. I mean, his reputation as a coach and as a leader in hockey, as a player, really puts a prestige on this tournament that you can't buy. So the Quinn name has really made this an event where people are drawn to it from all over Canada and from the United States, and we're hoping in the future there's going to be more teams coming from all over the world. So we intend to build this tournament into something very, very special, even better than it is now.
All right, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you for that again, Sarah. Sarah Wright will be joining us throughout the evening with all sorts of interviews, some Canucks alumni, tournament organizers. I look forward to hearing more from that. Now we're going to chat a little bit more about the game. We got a little bit into that before that break, but replays coming up. I mean, who were the difference makers, I guess, in your mind in that period?
Well, Paul, it's all about little things. How do you get pucks out of your own zone, wrap around the wall when you have to? You know, when you take a look, not a lot of goals to show you, but that's a big player. Mosher going in on that hit. That's where you want to use your size, create a loose puck. And again, you're trying to funnel pucks to the net. Coaches talk about funneling pucks to the net. There's a good 2-on-1 created on one side. Anytime you come up the ice in a line rush, you want to create a 2-on-1 on one side. Get some havoc in front of the net. Push and shove. Look for pucks in that area. Shoot, you got to hit the net. You can't miss it by 6 feet like that, especially from a spot as sweet as that. How about this balance? You got to get through traffic, even if you're on your knees. Get pucks, get them up, and get it to the net. What a toe drag by McDonald here. Watch that quick release. Again, unfortunately, missed the net. You do have to hit the net. Here what I'm talking about. Sometimes your breakout play, that one right there. Wrap it around the net. Now, you look for open ice. Scouts are always looking, what does a forward see in the offensive zone? Well, you saw, Leopard, there was some very good work to get it to that open ice. And then again, get pucks to the net. Look, when you get it to the net, you want 3 white-shirted Delta players there. Here's the goal, the shot, the block in front, sort of in front of the net, sort of in front. I mean, I don't know. To me, it looks like Peyton Mount was the guy that got in there to tip it in. But be that as it may, traffic in front. Not a lot of exciting things, but some very efficient things that period.
Yeah, no, fantastic action. Just the one goal at the end, but definitely Proctor Ramirez, maybe the man of the match so far, 13-14. And all those fights down low, the Sordif ran him there on that one play at the very end.
Yeah, there was goaltender. It looked like one of those plays. I was pretty sure I saw some goaltender interference, but
gave him a shot back, gave him the old Carey Price. Now let's set things down rinkside again with Sarah Wright.
Thanks, Paul. I'm here with Daryl Ma, the president of Burnaby Minor Hockey Association. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Now, how does it feel now that the week is wrapping up and everything has come together?
It's been an incredible week, and just topped off with a fantastic win by our Bantam AAA team that won the Bantam AAA championship. So I am just ecstatic right now, as our Bantam teams have not won a tournament here for many, many years. So kudos to them, and congratulations to all the players, coaches, and parents.
That's a lot of fun for the association. Awesome. When it comes to growing the sport of hockey in Burnaby, how big are these events for that?
Well, we hope that the community participates and comes and has it down to have a look. This is a high-level tournament, so there's a lot of advertising that goes out there, a lot of promotion on the radio and, like yourself, the television. And so we hope to get new families down to have a look at this high-level hockey. But we have our programs go down to the age of 4 and 5 years old, and we do a lot in trying to encourage new families in the community to come out and try out hockey. We actually participated in Canadian Tire First Shift program and attracted about 50 new families to a great program, introducing them to the game of hockey between the ages of 6 and 10.
Speaking of attracting people to the game, how much will the name Pat Quinn in the name of the tournament change this tournament moving forward?
Well, Pat Quinn was just, basically a hero for hockey in Canada, and specifically in Vancouver when he coached here. And we are here at the Burnaby Minor Association, Hockey Association, are just glad to be hosting the Pat Quinn Classic, because his name just brings respect and sportsmanship and desire to minor sports, and that's what it's all about, to try to get the kids to achieve their ultimate.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay, Paul, you can take it back.
Thank you for that, Sarah.
It's all yours, Paul.
It's such an honor to be here at the Pat Quinn Classic, as always. And as a guy who grew up in Vancouver and watched Pat Quinn coach the Canucks through the 90s, I can really appreciate everything that he means to this community. You've been a big part of the sports hockey, especially community. Bill, what are maybe a couple of your memories of Pat and what he means to hockey in Vancouver, but, I mean, across Canada?
Well, a couple things. First of all, I think there's only 3 guys that when they speak, I get a pencil out. Pat was one of them. It was just gold. Everything that came out of his mouth was gold. Second thing, they talk about Pat Quinn when he entered a room. You noticed it immediately. When he was involved, we were blessed to have him at the Giants Christmas party at the Toygos. And I'm going to tell you, with about 40 people in the room, there'd be about 30 in one spot, maybe 20, maybe 50 in another room. Honest to goodness, when he went from one room to the other, the instant that he walked in the room, the presence was felt. Pat Quinn was there. And I'll tell you what, Paul, he had time for everybody. Everybody. And again, he couldn't be more courteous to me. I just remember one thing from his playing career. The big hit on Bobby Orr, where that bus, that Vancouver Canuck bus, barely got back to the airport because Boston was livid. What a gentleman. What a guy, and what a memory for this legacy, for this to happen. You see him on your screen. Let me just say this real quick. Cliff Ronning is a perfect honorary chair for this.
Oh, yeah.
Cliff is synonymous with excellence. He absolutely loves Burnaby, and Cliff was a great ambassador and is an ambassador for Pat Quinn and the city of Burnaby.
And Cliff's one of those guys that would have been there, especially in his time with the Vancouver Canucks, that would have picked up some of those gems. I'm sure maybe he pulled the pencil out, took some notes.
No, you had to.
because you can see it in the way that Cliff and I also cover the Canucks. You see Dave Babbage, Kirk McLean, these guys carry themselves a certain way. Trevor Linden, and I think Pat had a lot to do with raising these guys who were really kids, some of them anyway, kids coming into his organization.
Take a look at the trophy over there. We can't show it to you on camera, but that's the trophy for this tournament. It is bigger than the Stanley Cup.
Well, it's got to be big with Pat Quinn. I mean,
there it is.
The only way he made it out of Boston that night with the Bobby Orr hit was he was a
that?
big Irishman. I don't remember it, but I've heard about it.
It was great. They sent some obscure guy into the beer store to get some beer for the bus because they figured if they saw that was a Vancouver Canuck team, there was going to be some issues. But no, I mean, I'm very thankful to be a part of this year, and I just think it's a great event. And the two teams, Yale and Delta, as I said, about an hour ago, both teams are undefeated. Both teams are excellent, and that's exactly the way Pat Quinn would have loved to have it. The best versus the best.
Oh, yeah, we're in for a good second period here. 1-0 for Delta. They scored on the power play with only 11 seconds to go in the first period. Yale is going to want to answer that quickly. They've been very good. They've had some big games. They won 12-0 over the Los Angeles Kings Bantam squad that was up here. Not sure if Rob Blake's still involved with them, but he was last year. His son was on the team. They have some good players that help coach those players, so it's not a team you expect to blow out 12-0. It's a very talented Yale squad that did that.
Yeah, they didn't pull off the Dogs.
No, you got to roll up the score. You're trying to get home ice advantage in a game like this. Delta, though, also very impressive. We're moments away here from the second period. It's the Pat Quinn Classic, Bantam Elite. You've got Yale from Abbotsford and Delta, two very talented, highly skilled hockey academies. As you said earlier, there's a lot of money involved in this now, especially with the business side of professional hockey these days. But gosh darn it, these tournaments and these clubs produce a lot of guys that do make it into, the next step. You think midget, you think WHL, and the WHL draft. Quite a few guys. We talked about Lucas Fejkovsky out of Delta last year in this tournament. Bowen Byram was a player with Lethbridge last year in the tournament. He was named the tournament's top defenseman, and he went third overall to the Vancouver Giants in this past Bantam draft.
Paul, let me tell you something. The Western Hockey League builds through the draft. On the 2016-17 rosters, right now, Western Hockey League, Victoria has 21 drafted Bantam players.
There you go.
Spokane has 19. Most late-round picks, Victoria. Kids, if you're watching, 6 sixth-round Bantam picks on Victoria. And the team with the most undrafted Bantam players, Portland with 9, Kamloops with 9. So, it is all about the draft, yes, but it's all about some guys that never did get drafted.
And the only reason Portland has a lower number is probably they're feeding in from some of the more U.S.-based programs.
Paul, mainly because sanctions.
Yes.
They lost all those picks in that situation with Mike Johnson, remember?
Yeah. That's a whole story we could get into, but definitely lots of talented guys. You're going to see some of these names that you see tonight here into the WHL and quite possibly into the NHL and professional ranks across the world very soon. So the teams will switch side. Yale now to our right, Delta to our left. Yale in dark, Delta in white. Out comes Yale out of their own zone. Puck deflected into the corner, near side. Bowen chases that one down. Ethan Bowen, the captain, very talented. 2 goals this morning in the semifinal. Here comes Delta, though, working their way down the middle. Easy save to the corner. Mount trying to fight that one out. We think he put in that first period goal. We haven't seen the official score sheet yet. Sends it back to the point. They put it towards the net. Picked up on the side. Goalie can't find it. Luckily, Bowen does and sends it out to center ice.
It's all about positioning in front of the net. Look at that speed.
Sort of straight down the middle. Oh, and just wide of the net. Deked everybody out, including himself, perhaps. Just not in the net.
Well, it's exactly what you're looking for. This is a guy, Justin Sardiv, that simply can separate. That acceleration, you just saw that, was exactly what scouts are looking for. He was in traffic, but he's separate. He's ranked number 2 in Western Canada. 5'10", 153 at 14 years old. And really, he's not only offensive, he's becoming a complete 200-foot player. That was great separation and acceleration.
Oh, it's great to see him crashing the net in the first period as well. He was the one that took that shot that led to the goal late in the period. Here he comes again, near side. Can't get past the defender. Nice play there. That was Fourfellow. Yale chips it out, though, again. Smythe back at his own line.
Paul, some people say players create offense on almost every shift. You saw that, sort of.
Shepard tried to feed Porchetta in front, though. Good defensive play there again. That's Fourfellow once more, number 8. Chason cuts across. Easy glove save there by goaltender Garon for Delta.
You know, we talk again about draft picks, and how about guys that weren't drafted? Let me tell you, Jerome McGinley, Shea Weber, Milan Lucic, Dan Hamhuis. I remember driving up to my first game to do in Kamloops, and honest to goodness, we didn't know whether it was Iginla, what exactly how to pronounce it. I mean, you talk about nondescript. Nobody knew much about him. Well, you do now.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody knows his name now as he's wrapping things up with the Avs. Puck down low, just to the side of the Delta net. Yale can't fish it out. Delta clears. Gagnon chases that one slowly. Enough for icing, though. Puck will come right back down for a face-off in the Delta zone.
You know, Paul, and we'll leave the draft part at this. We talked a lot about, you know, drafted players, undrafted players in Western Hockey League. You know, how about in sports, players that were never drafted and what they did? Kurt Warner in football. Jeff Garcia, Grey Cup in Calgary. You know, Tony Romo was never drafted. Jeremy Lin, basketball. Warren Moon was never drafted. So, kids, just because it's, you know, one guy, what you want to get signed. I don't care what level, get signed. I mean, drafted is great, but you want that name on a contract, even if it's a Western Hockey League educational contract.
Yeah, you look at the NHL draft and even top 10 picks, there's always a couple of names that never make it, or if they do, they don't do a whole lot when they're there. It's all about what you do and continued progress forward. Now Yale trying to get some progress forward in this one. McDonald takes it, works it into the slot, crosses to Bowen, back to McDonald. Oh, and he just can't take that pass in the slot. Back to the line. Throw it back on net. That one's just wide glove side. Frank chasing that one in the corner with Shipley. Back to the point. That one bounces down to the corner. Watson chases. Bowen gets there first, though. McDonald trying to fight off a couple of guys. Delta does clear, but they're going to ice that one.
I mean, so many times you want plays in the offensive zone to be quick little give and goes. Let's see if we got one there. There's the give. There's the goal. But look at, he has to take it off his skate. That's the only thing. When you're a right-hand shot there, your stick is in a better position to shoot it if you get it back, but it's got to go tape to tape. You don't get a second chance very often when you're making a play somewhere around the net and the puck hits your skate. It's usually goodbye, good night, it's over, you got to go back and forecheck to get it back.
Things are heating up here. Owen Fourfellow was chatting with a couple of Delta players in front of their bench just now. Big defenseman wearing number 8. Delta works it out of their own end, though. Here's Shepard, joined by Mount. Shepard tries to cut in. Nice block there by Fourfellow right in front. Fourfellow gets it out, but Shepard takes it from him. Mount chasing Sword down to the line, takes the hit. Smythe there takes a hit. Fever came out with it, but we're getting a whistle.
Well, you know, you get back to the goaltending as you take a look at Garan, who's in goal for Delta. Here's the situation with goaltending, is plain and simple. If you make the first save in balance, you got a great chance to make the second save. But if you're making that first save out of balance, Paul, the second chance, you got hardly any chance. It's really a difficult job, and that's why fundamentals are so important in goaltending right now, and so many good goaltending coaches teach exactly that right way. You want to balance the speed of the game with a calm mind. That's what you need to be a goaltender.
Positioning has become so much a part of that position. You don't see a whole lot of the Dominic Hasek, Roman Czechmanic, Czech-style goalies of the past that threw themselves all over the net.
When your name bar on the back of your jersey is facing the far end of the rink, you know you're not in good position.
So yeah, it's great to see even at this young age. Oh, we got a bit of a scuffle coming here, Gagnon. But yes, the goaltenders even at this level are learning that positional play that we're seeing coached to the vets like a Roberto Luongo at the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you see it over and over again. Certainly in the league that I work, where there, you know, whether it's, you know, Corey Hart, who plays for Everett now with the World Junior team, and, you know, Connor Ingram. You know what? When a goaltender's playing the right angle, and exactly when you're coming in, and he's got that perfect angle where all you look up, Paul, honest to goodness, all you look up, you see a blur. You don't see any net because it's filled by, you know, the perfect angle of goaltending. Carter Hart and Connor Ingram, I mean, I've been so impressed. As again, I've seen them for the last couple of years.
Definitely. Visibility, if you're blocking that net, if the forward doesn't see anything, it's that much harder to make a move.
And the thing, too, with goaltending is you look at Yale goaltender Andre Proctor, is you got to read the consequences of the save you make. You make a save, what happens after that save? And boy, goaltenders that can read that in a hurry are very, very efficient.
O'Neill now behind Proctor Ramirez. Delta trying to get something out front. Horseman couldn't get that one. Fight for it right on the doorstep. Proctor Ramirez, though, covers that one up, doesn't want to take any risks.
You know, that little battle there you see in front of the net, it's all about positioning. It's all about boxing out. And you know what it's hard to do now because of the way the game is called? Who's boxing out who? It looks like the guys in blue have done a pretty good job. But the only thing is, the only guy you want to have see that puck is a goaltender. And that's exactly what happened there. Proctor saw it. He was able to squeeze it and cover it because his defenseman did a pretty good job, and the forward, in moving guys a little bit out of the way.
Puck high in the air, Fever chasing. Works his way around Shipley. Needs some help. No one got there in time. Chased down by Fair. Covered up there by Garant.
And there's nobody. There wasn't a way anybody in the blue shirted Yale uniform that was going to get to that puck. Again, just got to get traffic at front. You look at Zach Fever, second in team scoring in the league with 8 goals, 18 assists, 26 points. He's been pretty good. He's from Chilliwack. You know, take a look at a guy, when you're about in that 5'9", 5'10" area, and you're already 165 pounds, boy, that's trending in the right way.
Zach Fever with 1 assist this morning in the semis, looking for more here in the final. Yale puts that one down low. Smythe sends it up to Mount. Mount ahead now to Sordiff. Sordiff has been good at getting to the net. He gets that one on net. Easy shot into the crest for Proctor Ramirez.
Yeah, we talked about it. I said it earlier. At 17, Justin Sordiff creates a lot of offense. He's a guy that expects to create offense. And not sure I mentioned it before or not, but, you know, coaches look for you. Scouts look for you to distribute the puck a little bit better, and that's not a flaw. You're gonna learn to use that, because at the bottom level, so many guys are able to beat their guys one-on-one, and that doesn't happen at the next level. So you got to start using your hockey sense to use your teammates more effectively.
Delta prep, throwing the pressure in down low on Yale. Working their way out. Collision there on the far side. That was McDonald for Yale. Puck stolen by Shepard, though. Tries to cut across, stretches the goalie out. He got stretched, but he stayed in position, and luckily his defenders got the puck out of the zone. Sordiff now on near side. Has to go back to his own blue line. Sends it ahead to Shepard. Shepard working his way far side. Winds up. Puck deflected into the corner. Shepard just throws that one down low, goes for the change. Yale tries to hit Frank, they do. He chips it in towards the goal. Durand there, throws it back into the corner. Fordhams gets it back to Almaraz. Ardanez, rather. Fordhams there sends it in. Not much of a shot, but it does connect with the goalie. Yale trying not to let this one fall back into Delta's hands as they gave up 14 shots in the first period to their own 7. Shots right now sit at 16-8, still doubled by Delta over Yale. Score still 1-0 though, as we slowly approach the midway point of the game. Margetson up ahead to Evans. Evans tries to get something going with Horseman, but he gives it away. Evans at center. Drops it back. Santawana tried to get it ahead, but couldn't. Throws a hit, lost the stick. Out comes Yale. Vanier tried to get it in. Delta just choking things up down the middle. Fair trying to work out of the corner. He does, but can't get it on net. Delta back the other way. Evans near side. Throws it down the middle. No one can get it there, but Horseman is chasing. But nope, that's an icing call.
You know, you always look for players who can take the puck from a spot like that in the half wall and find the lane to the net. Watch the goaltender. That is a really nice job. Look how far out he is and spread his pads in such a position that was not going to be beat. But that's a lane, and you see what happened there, Paul? You had 1, 2, 3 guys in blue, Yale guys. Every one of them stick checked. You got to get in the way. You can't let that lane open like that. And when you start stick checking, you give the skilled players with a little bit better mobility an opportunity to get to that point. I thought they were bailed out. Yale was beautifully bailed out by Andre Proctor Ramirez.
He had to close up the entire bottom of the net, and that's what he did. Yale will try to return the favor, get their goalie a goal, tie this thing up. They're back in their own end, though. There's De La Gorgendiere. Fordham's now back at his own line, being hounded by Fair. Fair down low. Still working on Fordham's. But Delta gets it up ahead. Fitzgerald chasing. Good job there by Porchetta. Steal it in, cutting from the side. Tries to feed his mate. Just wide of the net. That was Mount again. Delta nearly going up 2-0. Shot just went wide. Porchetta and Mount. Collision there. Porchetta is mixing things up with Fair. Both of those are tough fellas.
Now you got to look at, this is what happens when you don't come out of your zone cleanly. You're going to see a turnover. And boy, when you get that puck to the front of the net and make a pass, I think Porchetta probably thought he might have shot if he had that opportunity again. But hockey sense, Paul, every skill that you have as a player is enhanced 500% with hockey sense. Like that breakout there that didn't work really good for Yale. When you've got that puck, scouts are looking for the guy that sees 4 other players right away, for his teammates. Otherwise, you're tunnel focused, and that's all you can do, and nothing really happens.
So Captain Porchetta is now in the box. First power play of the night for Yale. Delta didn't need long on theirs to take that 1-0 lead. We'll see if we can get a tie here from Yale as they work their way out of their own end. Puck across to Bowen. He can't take that. McDonald gets it back to him, though. They dump it in, and Frank chases into the corner, trying to get back to his point. Frank down low to Bowen. Has to turn back. Watson's there. Works his way to the blue line. Tries to cross it up with his defenseman, but no, they lose control of the puck, and we have a breakaway, and can he deke him out? Just loses control of the puck. Good on Proctor Ramirez for just staying square with him and again filling the bottom of the net. Just bailed his team out once more. Great game so far for Proctor Ramirez. He's got 16 saves on the night. Nearly a shorthanded goal for Delta. Fair now works it into the middle. Yale didn't control that well now, and Shepard's trying to get some speed, cutting behind the defenseman. Good job by Forfellow, though, to get the puck away, and it just slides into Proctor Ramirez.
Well, you know, if you're Yale, you want the power play puck in the hands of De La Jondiere and Bowen, either one of them. Well, they're close together there. Neither one of them had it. And here's a clear-cut breakaway. Just mishandles that puck ever so slightly, where we got a 2-0 lead with a short-handed goal. But, you know, that was just sloppiness at the opposing blue line. But the good thought was to get it in the hands of exactly the guys that you wanted it to.
They try to reset now. Only 17 seconds left to go in this power play. Down low, Milne on the doorstep. Pounding away at the side. I think that was Fever.
Yeah, Yeah, lots of action around the net. You know, you always say just get pucks to the net. Generally, good things happen, not always, but you see a pretty good-sized goaltender, 5'10", 148.
Yep, that's
Dylan Garand, 9-0 in the season.
Here comes Delta once again on the kill, but they've got a 2-on-1. Mount just couldn't take that pass. Yeah, the Delta goal came just putting pucks on net. That's all you got to do. Fever now couldn't work his way past the Delta defense. Puck slides all the way back into the Yale zone. Swart there. Being hounded, got to be careful. Mount's on his tail. Puck comes across. They get the shot. And Proctor Ramirez covering up once again. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back here at the Pat Quinn Classic on Shaw TV.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
Benjamin. I am an above-knee amputee. The warm-up supports me. These are my legs from since I was born. This one is my first leg. It's the smallest one. It's really cute. The Kiteg money that people donate went towards the swim leg, and then now I can use it for swimming and cross-country skiing and skating. It makes me feel good about myself to be able to do things that everybody else can do.
Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, January 6th, when the Calgary Hitmen land in the Queen City looking to rub out a win against the Regina Pats. Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
Well, you came to my rescue. I needed someone to carry my sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la.
We're still sitting at 1-0 for Delta over Yale here at the Bantam Elite Final at the Pat Quinn Classic. Thanks for joining us here on Shaw TV. We've just passed the midway point of regulation, 8:47 remaining in the second period. Shots now for Delta 19-9. Story so far, maybe Proctor Ramirez holding it in there for Yale. Very talented goalie, toeing the line.
Well, the team in blue, Yale, has to come out. Oh, there's interference. That's about as close or as easy a call, I should say.
Thurston there throwing that. We'll see if any chance comes at the other end. Thurston was suspended for the last game. He cross-checked a player at the end of the quarterfinal, face first into the crossbar, and was ejected from that game. There we saw another hit into the numbers along the boards, and Yale not happy at all with that. They responded, scrumming him along the boards.
Yeah, there was a lot you could call there. The hitting from behind, you could call the interference. Have a look here. Thurston gets her real early, and I mean, you know, for a guy 6 feet, 160 pounds, that's a pretty tough hit. His dad, Brent Thurston, won a Memorial Cup with Spokane back in the days of Falloon and Whitney. I might add, I give my age away here pretty quickly. I was able to teach science, if I may say, to Trevor Thurston's dad, Brent. And I think a little PE as well. Is that only a 2-minuter, or it could have been even more, but that's what it is. And an opportunity here against Paul, what I think is a pretty patient Delta team. They're not, you know what? You may get a little ort of food, but you're not going to get a full-blown meal off this Delta team.
Well, in killing penalties, they've been dangerous. They got better chances than Yale did on that last power play.
At 11:33.
Yale, though, very talented squad, will try to set this one up. Fair back at the line. Tried to get it down the middle. It gives it away to Horstman. He works it up to center. Yale tries to reset here. McDonald can't glove that one down. Horstman ragging him. 25 seconds killed off of that one still.
you know, you take a look at Ethan Bowen, or that is McDonald rather, but number 17 Bowen, his brother Ryan Bowen was involved in probably one of the biggest trades in the Western Hockey. There you have him. When he got traded, his brother from Moose Jaw to Lethbridge for Braden Burke, one of the top, well, he was Lethbridge's top scorer. A guy with a ton of assists. Big trade in the Western Hockey League involving Ethan Bowen's brother.
There's Bowen throwing it back to the line. Pass didn't connect though. Fair has to recover. Back they come. And back Delta sends them. It was Margetson just putting it back down into the Yale zone. Almost half over this power play, the second of the game for Yale. They're 0 for 1. Hoping to tie things up here. Game's still 1-0 Delta. Back to the line. Fair winds up. Fans on that one. Fordham picks it up. Clears the puck. Oh, can't get it past Fair. Good job there holding the line. McDonald there feeds it to the side. Down to the corner. Back to the point. Across to Fair. Doesn't have the lane. Philip Gorgendier puts it along the side to Bowen. Back to the point. Back to Bowen. Looking for something. Puts it on net. Good little save there. Frank in the corner. Crosses it. Nice move there and an amazing save. I don't know how that didn't go in the net. Cuts right across. Good positioning. Garon there saving one. Stopping it from being tied at 1. Power play continues. Fair throws that one into the corner. Delta now takes possession, only 5 seconds left, so they dump it in and change, and they'll kill off that penalty to Thurston. Delta back in their own end, both teams making some changes after that power play. Fair works it up, misses Milne. Shipley gets it at his blue line, but gives it away. Marini there throws it wide. Shepard now taking it, using his speed. He's got a 2-on-1, tried to throw it to Mount again, and Mount couldn't take that one. Good defensive play there by Gagnon. Yale gets it out. Milne now working it in. Back to the point, shot blocked there. Courageously by Watson. He felt that. Tried to feed Sordiff in the middle though, that was Shepard. Sordiff gets it in the corner. Shepard chasing Marini. Yale has control, but Mount is pressuring. They just flip it up and out.
That's what I'm talking about. Paul, I haven't seen every game, obviously, in this tournament, but I'd be hard-pressed to see a bigger save that any goaltender made than that one right there. That goes side to side, right, perfect spot, right on tic-tac-toe on the play. Yale tries to answer back the other way. They get their own opportunity there. But that save previous by Garand had to be, in my opinion. If there's one better in the tournament, I'd like to see it.
I was dumbstruck. I was ready with the Shootsy scores, and I had to wait a second before I could say save. I don't know how that didn't go in.
Well, you know, if they win this hockey game, he knows it.
that was huge.
It's going to be one of those saves that, you know, not only was the timing great, but the save itself was good. Sometimes it's all about the times you make save. That was very clearly with his team leading 1-0, a big one.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about Proctor Ramirez, both goaltenders looking good. Whoa, nice play at the side there and just burying it. Evans, near side, just a little backhand. Not sure if Proctor Ramirez got slashed or something there. Dropped his stick. Not happy about giving that up because now Delta is in a 2-0 lead. 5:01 on the clock in the second period. We were so close to a 1-1 tie, and now Delta takes a stronger hold over this one.
Well, I was so impressed with John Evans, you know, when I saw him, you know, right off the start. It's cool when you're 115 pounds and you can play at this level. 7 goals, 16 assists, 23 points. His dad is a player agent, by the way. Jamie Ben, one of his clients, he just picks up that puck. And he's got the presence of mind. John Evans, right there, the goal scorer, knows that he's got to put it over the pad. That puck had to be lifted at least 3 feet. He did a great job of doing that. Just wonderful little hand, you know, picked it off the back wall. Sometimes those smaller guys, you kind of lose track of where they are. But John Evans, terrific goal, give his team a 2-0 lead. Now you couple that goal with that great save, and that's why it's 2-0.
Oh, yeah, and he's been paying attention to Proctor Ramirez because we've seen him cover the bottom of the net so well. He knew he had to lift it like that. Very nice goal, very big goal. Smythe back behind his own net. Sends it up. A little bit of tennis going on in the neutral zone. We'll see who comes out with it. Chason works it in, throws it on net. And that's just swallowed up by Garan. He doesn't want to risk anything.
Well, no, and you know what? He recognizes, too, they've got a 2-0 lead, Garan does, and sometimes you want to play stoppage because you want guys, you know, you can, as a goaltender, you got to feel the pace at which things are going, and you've just got to, he's just made a huge save. His team's got a second goal, and he's got a lot of confidence, a goaltender, that his team's going to win this face-off. At least give him an opportunity to get it out. Kind of settle it down. Sometimes the team just needs a settling down shift. And when you're up 2-0, this is a big shift right now in this game with 4:21 left in period number 2 for the Delta Academy. And look at, they get the puck. That thing's got to get out, and they do.
A lot of faith in Horstman. He's been very good on the draw in the games I've seen Delta play this year. Delta still with possession. They whip it around the boards. Picked up there by Horstman. Potential 2-on-1 with Sanawana. He throws that one on net, and it's deflected high up into the netting.
Well, I mean, coming down that left wing, that's a pretty good opportunity as a left-hand shot. That's a lot of net for Tyler Horstman. 4th in team scoring. I thought Ramirez might have been a little bit deep there, but that was a good delivery by that young man there. Good quick release, and looked like it got deflected up into the netting.
Well, we've seen them, especially Shepard, trying to feed Mount cross side on those 2-on-1s, and it hasn't been working, so it's kind of nice to see the shooter take an attempt there. Oh, and from the point, Shipley just puts it on net. We talked about how important that is. Pucks on net matter. 3-0 Delta. Shipley. Horstman at the line might have tipped that one in front. 33 and 44. Big, big play there. 4 exactly on the clock.
And we always talk about, you know, not telegraphing a shot. Somebody corrected me, he said in this day and age we don't talk about telegraph, we talk about tweet. He didn't tweet his shot ahead of time. But look at that face-off win. He disguises that. That's just a wonderful, it might have been tipped by Horstman.
Horstman did catch it, yeah.
But you know, Paul, the thing there was there was no sign that he was going to shoot it. That's important. He disguised the shot, he got it on the net, and it was deflected in the net.
Time of the goal, 16 minutes. Horstman from Shipley at 16 minutes.
It was a great eye, though. He saw that top corner was open, put it on net. Maybe didn't get the shot he wanted, but Horstman was there and pushed it in the right direction.
Paul, you know, I want to talk about managing the time properly, and that team there, that, you know, the Delta Wild. Remember I talked about that face-off, a settling down shift? They got out of their zone, bang, they got it in the offensive zone. What happened? Face-off in the Yale zone, win the face-off, and the rest is history as far as that sequence is concerned. It ended up in the back of the net. That's good management of time.
They're feeling it now, and they are confident. Melt there tries to throw it on net. That goes up into the netting as well. But yes, it's got to feel good for the organization. I know it's a lot of different players, but getting to the final last year only to lose to Chicago for the second time in the tournament. The only team that beat them in the whole tournament came from across North America. They're in a very good position right now, and will want to hold on to this lead and make amends for last year.
By the way, you just saw Peyton Mount. He was the only scorer in that shootout semifinal game against Burnaby Winter Club. Tremendous talent with a lot of arsenals in his shot. And you know what? They don't know whether to play him center or wing. And, you know, that's good at this age. Mix it up. Center, you got to come back deeper in your own zone. You're going to touch the puck quicker, more often in the rush. You're going to have it on your stick. He's a pretty good player at either position.
O'Neill now at center. Delta not letting up now. Throws it to the middle. Perchetta gets taken down. Frank now across center for Yale. They've got numbers, 4-on-2. Puck slowed up. McDonald did get it on net, but maybe not quite the chance he was looking for.
Well, there's 2:56 left in the second, and it's a 3-0 Delta lead. You got to feel the team in blue. Yale has to get something to happen, something positive. You know, a 2-goal deficit, if they could score here in this last little bit, that's kind of not quite as big a mountain as being in that dressing room after 40 minutes down 3-0. So that means this is a big line out there for Delta. They've got to win that faceoff, and it starts with that.
Gagnon, nice shot there on net. Chasing it down in the corner. Delta comes out with it though. Horstman Up to Evans. Horseman and Evans, couple of goal scorers right there. Give it away though, Milne back the other way. He's 1-on-3 though. Loses control. Puck goes to Garajondier. Mouthful. I apologize. Talented defenseman. I'll get that one eventually.
Yeah, Gorjandier, he broke that play up very, very nicely. That was a 1-on-3 that was not going to go anywhere.
Evans there, feed across to the side, just wide by Fitzgerald. Picked off by Evans once again. He sends it in. Puck goes up to Milne, but it looks like Margetson pulled him down. Be headed to the bench. Interference.
Yeah, you know what? Again, a little bit of panic there on Bryce Margetson from Surrey. Pretty big kid too, 6'1", 155. You know what? I don't think he was out of position as much as he thought he was. Look at him here. He's worried, number 7 White. He's worried that there's, that he's kind of the last man back, that there's something bad going to happen. But all he had to do was look up and see that he had wonderful support by his other defenseman. But this is the opportunity we just talked about for this team in blue, the Yale Hockey Academy, get on the board.
Yale 0 for 2 on the power play. Fair wound up for a big shot there, didn't make it to the net. McDonald though recovers, throws it towards the net. Out of the corner. Scrum along the boards. Yale swarms there with 3 men. 4 along the boards there. Delta comes out with it though. Horseman over to Sanawana. Sanawana works it around. Good job there on the forecheck. They've killed the first 30. Puck gets dumped. Shipley there for it. Chased by Fever. Delta had some time, ragged it out. Hit one of the players on the Yale bench though. Things are whistled down.
Minute and 23. I mean, your power play really hasn't done a whole lot, the first part of it. Matter of fact, right from the first power play that Yale got, I kind of thought that maybe the more dangerous team was Delta. You called it. A couple of shorthanded opportunities. So you can't panic. It doesn't matter when in this 2-minute power play that you score. Hasn't gone anywhere just yet. It looks like you're going to skate 200 feet back in your own zone to get it.
Yeah, I think Yale may be a little careful now that they know there's guys like Shepard that can just burn them at the line and get a chance at the other end. Bowen now, cross center, dumps it in. He chases, far side, Klein's there. Back to the line. Fair there, throws it across the middle. Bowen wasn't ready though. Klein looking for something. They're trying to cut off De La Gorgendier because he's got a big shot. He winds up to take that one. It doesn't quite make it down. And Delta gets it and dumps it.
Well, I thought that was a wonderful job of stepping into a lane to get that puck by Trevor Thurston.
Fair, last chance, tried to feed on the far side. Chason just double clutched there. Back to the point. Gets it over to. Oh, we're gonna get a pile up here. That was Frank trying to jam it in. Garand was there though, nothing doing. Frank can be a bit of a disturber. And that's what Yale is gonna have to do. They're gonna have to maybe bring a bit of an edge into this one.
Well, not only on the power play, which now has 20 seconds left, so it all depends on who wins the faceoff. But I talked about at the end of the first period. I thought Delta was a very patient team. Talked about the fact that they've only given up 35 goals in a 19-1 record, so you know that they got a lot of confidence in their defense. So it just makes it a little more difficult for Yale, team in blue now, to have to get them out of their comfort zone.
Fever and Mount there on the draw. McDonald came in to win it though. Klein far side, couldn't get it. This power play is going to run right up to the end of the second period. They throw that one on net. They know time's running out. Less than 10 seconds. Puck goes to the front of the net. Fever couldn't quite get a hold of that one. He had some room though. Gagnon throws it towards the net just as things expire. And the score at the end of 2 periods is 3-0 Delta. They take more control. The shots are 21-14. They still hold a 7-shot margin. You are watching the Pat Quinn Classic on Shaw TV. We will be back with more right after this.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
My name is Benjamin. I am an above-knee amputee. The warm-up supports me. These are my legs from since I was born. This one is my first leg. It's the smallest one. It's really cute. The key tag money that people donate went towards the swim leg, and then now I can use it for swimming and cross-country skiing and skating. It makes me feel good about myself to be able to do things that everybody else can do.
Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, January 6th, when the Calgary Hitmen land in the Queen City looking to rub out a win against the Regina Pats. Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
Well, you came to my rescue. I needed someone to carry my sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la.
Thanks again for joining us here at Bill Copeland Arena in Burnaby as we cover the Pat Quinn Classic Bantam Elite Final between Delta and Yale. A couple of goals in that one for Delta gave them now a 3-0 lead. Goals by Evans and Horstman. They had to kill off a few penalty kills there. It was a big period, though, for Delta.
Well, I think after 40 minutes, they've been a little bit quicker. I think they've been a little bit more physical. And the save that their goaltender made when it was 1-0, probably I'd have to say bigger saves than the goaltender at the other end made. And, you know, this kid, you know, that's third in scoring, Cole Shepard, for this team. Peyton Mount and Soda are their two top guys. And when a guy that's third in scoring can come up and deliver this kind of game and, you know, with that speed, drive players back, this 40 minutes is definitely, in my opinion, belong to Delta. And I'm really not surprised because they are ranked number 1 in Western Canada.
I can't wait to see the replays, especially that save from Garand. It was amazing. First, though, we're going to head down rinkside. A special visit from Jack McElhargy, former assistant coach of the Canucks. Sarah Wright, what's going on downstairs?
Thanks, Paul. Jack also played with Pat Quinn in 1980. He also coached with Pat Quinn, and he played in this tournament what year?
1966.
Oh, wow. Do you have any special memories from the tournament?
Oh, yeah. You always have memories of the Christmas Bantam tournament out here. It was a great tournament back then, and it's just gotten bigger and better all the time, especially the last couple of years now that Pat's name is involved with it. It's bringing teams in from all over North America, and it's the top Bantam players. These kids are great players, and it's great hockey.
So you probably shared a lot of coaching philosophies with Pat Quinn. What would he say about the teams that are in this tournament these years?
Well, Pat was always really involved with the grassroots of hockey. He really liked to see the kids get involved. He loved to see the good coaching, and he'd be very proud of this tournament because it's all these kids come in here. Doesn't matter where they're from, they've all been well coached, and it's great hockey, and he'd be very proud of this tournament.
Now, currently you are a scout for the Philadelphia Flyers. When you're watching a final game like this, what would you be looking for in the players?
Well, I scout kids a little older than this, but for this you want to see kids how they, if they think the game, how they skate, and just how competitive they are, and. It's a great finals, and earlier today Burnaby Minor, which is great, they came back and won the AAA championship, and so that's great to see just a local team be able to come in here and compete and win.
Let's go back over the past year. Pat Quinn was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. How special of a time was that for you and the Quinn family?
Well, I think it's special for anybody that knew Pat and was ever involved with Pat. I mean, it's so well deserved. He's just a great hockey man, a gentleman. And anybody that ever met Pat and had anything to do with him in hockey would be very proud to see him in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
And at the induction speeches, his daughter gave a pretty heartfelt speech. Can you go over that for me?
Well, yeah, Callie did a great job. It would have been very hard for her. It was very hard for her to get up there and talk, but she did a great job. And as you said, it's very heartfelt. And, I know from Sandra Quinn is here today, and I know Callie, it was a tough day for them, but Callie did a great job.
All right, well, loosen it up a bit, lighten it. How has this week been? There's alumni here, there's players from all over. What has this whole week been like for you?
It's great. You come in and just drop in, you see these kids playing, and it's a lot of people I've known around Burnaby here for a long time, so it's great to come down here and see the old hockey fans. They're still here, and it's just it's been a great week for hockey.
All right, thanks a lot, Jack.
Thank you very much.
So, at the end of 2 periods, 3-0 for Delta. It was great to hear from Jack McElhargy there, and I love to hear a little bit of chat about Callie Quinn's speech. I mean, before we get into the game, that speech at the Hockey Hall of Fame ceremony this year, as a Vancouver hockey fan, at least at the professional level, that might have been my highlight this year. It's not been the best for the performance on the ice in the city necessarily professionally, but Callie Quinn's speech was amazing, and it was great to see a man like Pat Quinn honored and given that rite of passage with so many greats in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, not surprised at all. It was done that well.
No. So, yes, let's talk a little bit about the game in front of us. We talked about it. Goals from Evans and Horseman. The Horseman goal was Shipley at the line just putting the puck on net. But, take us through a little bit of what made it work for Delta.
Well, there's quite, again, a lot of little things. There hasn't been any real sustained play. I mean, I don't know if I've seen 3 face-offs in a row in a team zone. Teams are pretty good at getting pucks out, but, you make those little mistakes, you make those little errors, and a little bit extra effort, a little bit extra quick ability gets pucks, into those spots right there. That's what you want to do. That's called funneling pucks to the net. Delta's able to do this. Wow, what great separation by Sorda there. That's exactly what you're looking for. Keep your feet moving and get into that open ice area. You got to hit the net. You're not going to get anything in that spot. And then puck hits off your skate, you don't get it back on your stick on a scoring chance. It's going to end up in the corner. As you see here, this is good. Get the shot from that spot again. A little bit of deflection, nothing particularly great. But hey, these guys get in their face. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you? Get out of here. You're in my zone. And again, good coverage around the net. Now, you come off the wall. I think this is a Shepherd kid. What a nice job of getting to that spot. Giving a guy a lane. Again, look at the strength of going to the net. Maybe a shot there instead of feeding it off at that spot. And then Evans with the goal that made it 2-0 right off the back wall over the pad. That's 2-0 for Delta at that point. And this guy's been special. To me, Tyler Horseman has really been something. You saw the chance there. Nice save. Goaltender pretty happy with it. And he's going to get his stick, Horseman is, on that shot and deflect it in that top corner. So goals by Horseman and Evans have given this Delta team a 3-0 lead going into period number 3.
Very well played by Delta. It was good to see them there taking it to the Yale squad, but I'm sure Yale isn't done yet. I mean, going into a third period, what can Yale do at this point to bring things back,
all right,
to get a chance?
What you do is you try to score in the first 7 minutes. You try to get one in the second 7 minutes. You try to get one in the third 7. You got to break it down into small sections. You can't say, my goodness, we got to get 4. This is going to be very tough to do. So you got to focus on narrow focus points. And really, obviously, I don't think they can give up one more. I think if Delta scores one more goal, it is lights out. But it's got to now be 3 goals by Yale, and they've got to be patient trying to get him back. Tough to do against this team.
It could be a very exciting third period. We saw Delta come back in the semis from a 2-0 deficit, win it in the shootout. Who knows? Maybe we're back to the shootout in this one. We're going to send things downstairs, though. Sarah right now has Nancy Small from Tourism, British Columbia.
I'm here with Nancy
Small, Executive Director of Tourism Burnaby. Now, 53 years running. You changed the name and added Pat Quinn 2 years ago. 53 years running, so it's one of the longest running hockey tournaments in the world. How much work goes into this?
A lot. It's a combination of people who are volunteering, people from Burnaby Minor Hockey Association, people from my team from Tourism Burnaby. It's a collective of many different groups of people who bring who have brought this year the best hockey teams in North America. It's been an exciting 4 days, really exciting.
Now talk to me about the renewed vision that you added last year when adding Pat Quinn's name to the title.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, shortly after Pat Quinn passed away, we thought, what better way to honor a legend and the connection that he has with Burnaby, Cliff Ronning, and so many players and Vancouver Canucks, of course. We just thought, it made sense to actually really bring a tournament to honor his name. We worked with the Quinn family, and we've made donations on their behalf to minor hockey. It's been a really exciting time for us. So.
And how important is it to Burnaby to host such a grand event?
Well, Burnaby equals hockey. I mean, the people who we've produced from this city you can't even list them on one hand. They're a huge amount. So hockey sport in general equals Burnaby, and that's what we're trying to do, is promote that as part of our vision for the city in the future.
All right, thanks so much, Nancy. It looks like it's going to be a great final.
Yeah, it will be. It's going to be really good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again, as always, Sarah. It's been fun. I think the next guest she's bringing up momentarily will be Cliff Ronning, Burnaby boy. Dropping some names. Burnaby is a great city for hockey. We've gone over some of them earlier, but Cliff Ronning, Glenn Anderson, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Burnaby Joe Sakic, Chris Joseph, Byron Ritchie, a couple of former Canucks, Darren McCarty, Greg Zanin, Carl Alsner, all Burnaby boys. And now we've got one downstairs, Cliff Ronning.
I'm here with Cliff Ronning, Canuck alumni, as well as the chair of the Pat Quinn Classic. Thanks so much for joining me.
Well, thank you.
How has the week gone so far?
Very smoothly. Excellent hockey. I really, from what I've seen from all the different levels, from Pee-wees, the Bantam, and also now the Elite game, they've been fabulous hockey games. So we're very, very impressed and very happy with it.
Now, you're kind of the spokesperson for the Quinn family. How is the family feeling with this tournament and the growth that it's having?
Yeah, I mean, at first they weren't too sure, I guess, like the level of play, but I assured them that we would make sure it's to the level of play that Pat Quinn would expect. And we've definitely reached those goals already in year 2, and we're probably going to end up expanding it again. So teams are wanting in, and so far we've had great hockey.
So your son Ty plays for the Vancouver Giants in the WHL, and last year there were 63 players from this tournament that got drafted into that tournament. What are coaches looking for in the players from this tournament?
Well, I mean, we're very proud of that. I mean, the biggest part of the tournament is these kids getting seen, and you can see Western Hockey League scouts and different scouts here. And I think they're looking for that diamond in the rough, the raw talent of kids that can skate, can make a play. But I think the biggest thing also is ones that compete. And I think it's something that's what they're looking for at all different levels. And here they can see it because the competition is, so great.
So we're going into the final game. What would Pat Quinn say to these players that are about to hit the ice?
Play with your heart, and you get that one chance of a lifetime because your name gets put on that cup and it stays here in a memoriam right here for Pat Quinn. And playing in a tournament for such a great man with the name Pat Quinn, I would be honored to try and win that cup. And these young kids, it's the same thing for them. One thing about Pat Quinn, right across Canada, North America, respect, leadership were the two words that always come out when I talk to people about Pat Quinn.
It's been an emotional year, Pat Quinn being inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Tell me about your year and the Quinn family's year.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I was asked to go there. I was at this, this celebration, and it was tough. You shed tears, but overall, it was all the positive things that Pat achieved in his life. Not just all the medals and awards, but all the people that just loved him, right? From Philadelphia, where he coached, and in Vancouver. Everyone just wanted a bit of him. And to me, he's one of the greatest men I've ever met. And that's why I'm here.
There's a lot of great men here this week. How fun is it to meet up with other Canucks alum?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I put the name out there, and Pat's name right away. Gene Ojic is going to be here. We have last year Kirk McLean, Dave Babich, Yerky Lume, Darcy Road, Dennis Kearns. It goes on and on. They're always willing to help when the name Pat Quinn is there, and he's done so much for so many hockey players. I think that in the shrine of hockey players, he's at the very top.
All right, thanks so much, Cliff.
And thanks for that, Sarah. Great catching up with Cliff Ronning, one of my boyhood heroes from that 94 Canucks team. And a Burnaby boy at that. Great to hear all the names just before he went on, too, of the guys that have come through the programs in this city. I think I left Paul Correa out, North Shore boy, but came through Burnaby hockey for a little while. Now, we've just killed off the first 7 seconds of the third period, but it sits 3-0 for Delta over Yale. Yale, the squad from Abbotsford, looking for some quick action early on. They want to come back and make a game of this. But Delta's been pretty solid. Shots are sitting at 21-14. And Delta held pretty good control, scoring 2 goals in that second period. Watson now behind his own net, kicks it out. Stopped along the boards. That's fair. Gets knocked down, but stays on the puck. Leaves it for Bowen. He throws it back to Gagnon at the point. Crosses over to the other side. De La Gorgendiere can't get his shot through, and up comes Delta. Horstman, been very good, scored a goal. Loses control of it, though. Yale takes it in the corner. Shepard pressing, takes the puck. Gagnon having trouble with him. Lucky for him, De La Gorgendiere comes over, helps out. They get the puck up. Back in the Delta zone. Big hit behind the net. Yale trying to play something physical. I think that was Fever. Puck goes out of bounds there. Big hit, though, by Fever.
Well, you try to create turnovers. You need, the thing about a good hit, it can cause an awful lot of effect later in the game. If you can get something physical maybe in the first period, but you're already on the third, the physicality right now on these kind of hits have to create loose pucks. Where's that puck? I mean, there's a collision, ends up in the corner. You got to make sure your team gets it.
McDonald tries to chip it up and out. He does. Delta, though, regains control. They move it up. Sent right back there by Fourfellow. Smythe kicks it up to the blue line. Outbreaks Delta. Sordiff puts it in the middle. Right on the line there. Mount had the chance to put it in, and it does go in. The side of the net, they tried to hold it out, but they just couldn't. Fourfellow got the first one, but they put it in right after.
Sordiff to Mount. What a deadly combination these guys have been. Doesn't get an awful lot better than this. They get it, they go into the zone. Your entry is so important. That is a neat little pass. He stays with it, Mount does. Number 19, all you kids out there, don't skate behind the net. There's such a opportunity there to bail out of the front of the net. He doesn't, he stays on there, and he's rewarded for it. 2 top players on this team combined there to give him a 4-0 lead.
Time of the goal, 146. Sordiff from Ardenaz at 146.
4-0 lead now for Delta. We're going to see Yale probably open things up. Chase on there trying to get control of that one. Klein helping him. Back behind the net, stolen by Milne. He just puts it straight on net. Sword holds the line, but only momentarily. Back comes Delta. Mosher. Haven't seen a ton of him, but we might more now that they're up 4 goals. Covered up there at the side, though, by Proctor Ramirez. 4 goals against, but yeah, he's had a pretty decent night despite that. Still 19 saves.
Yeah, you see the play. I mean, that clearly has to be Mount from, Bowen. I thought he was just, Ethan Bowen just made the, pardon me, I got started up there, getting it to the front, and he just, as I say, Mount did a good job of hanging around. I mean, that was skill. That was skill to get that puck there, and it was good patience and skill to hammer it home. There's a good play.
There, cut to the middle and bangs it in. That's what they need. He's an energy guy, and that goal will hopefully give them some energy. Still 17:28 remaining on the clock here in the third. The score is cut to 4-1.
Well, he's a good player. This is no question that that's a good move going down that left wing and cutting to the front of the net. Not an easy play to make, He led this team with 4 goals in the round robin scoring fair number 5. And again, what I always look for when guys are going to the front of the net like that, cutting into traffic, I look at their chin. Guys that have their chin up in the air, are afraid of traffic. Look at that. He's buried right down. His chin is almost in his chest because he's that determined to jam that puck home.
2 defensemen there, couldn't stop them, and they come right back. Yale now feeling it. Delta will want to slow this down in all likelihood. They give it over down in the middle. Sordiff can't quite get a handle on that one. He just puts it in where Gagnon is. He comes up for Yale. Frank flips it in right in the middle on the doorstep. No one could get it there, and back comes Delta 3-on-2. Sordiff down the side, cuts to the middle, puts it on net. Good little save there by Proctor Ramirez. Back the other way. Vanier cutting through 3 Delta players. Puts it behind the net. Picked up by De La Gorgendiere. Puts it in the slot. Couldn't quite get a handle on it though. That was feverish pace here in the 3rd period. Puck misses Shepard there. Yale trying to skate onto that. Vanier. Puck back to De La Gorgendiere. He puts it ahead. Vanier loses it, gets it back. A little bit of you take it, I got it. Back behind the Yale net as they try to reset. Still 16 minutes to go. 3-goal deficit on the board, but they're showing a lot more energy than we've seen for the last little bit.
Yeah, they picked up the pace. They had to. When you're down 3-0 going into the 3rd period, you've got to pick it up. Brad Rahela knows that. He's been around long enough to know that, you know, his guys got to get going and you know, do something to drive this Delta team back. I mean, speed will do that. If you've got forwards that can force the other team's defensemen to get back and play off the back wall, you know, this is something that I don't think Yale has done an awful lot so far in this game, is get this Delta team to play back in their own zone with their defensemen getting pucks in behind the defense against the wall.
This line's been good for Delta, and they have some pressure. It's Horstman, Evans, and Santawana. Puck picked off there, sent right back in. Outbreak Sale. Looking to the middle, Bowen in the slot. Frank following up. Santawana intercepts though, takes the hit right after he gives it up. Horstman down the other way. He's got 3 Yale players on him, but he takes it in deep. Gets thrown into the boards. Bowen here, captain for Yale. Loses control of it. Delta brings it back up. Santawana leaves it for Fordhams. They dump it in. Porchetta chasing. McDonald chips it up along the wall. Stopped at the point though by Fitzgerald. He throws it in the middle. Back across. Fordhams couldn't get that one. It was intercepted by Chasson. Goal scorer, Fair. Sends it back, hoping one of his defensemen gets there first. They do. Up and out, but down for icing.
And don't kid yourself. The scouts that have come to this building to watch this Elite Bantam Final, AAA Bantam Final, they're watching how you react even when you're losing 4-1. Tells you an awful lot about the character. There's so many things that come into play, you know, when you're doing drafting and we're talked about projections, but you know, what do you do off the ice? What's your training like? What are your grades in school? What's your family character like? And what do you do when you're down 4-1? What kind of a player are you?
It's definitely a bit of a psychology. I talked to some of the parents of the players from the Yale Academy. They said they even get a little bit of media training, a little bit of psychology stuff in there, so they are covering all angles with these young players. Whoa, deflection in front. Klein puts that one in the back. Lead cut to 2 now. Great shot. Gagnon just putting it to the front. Klein redirects it and just couldn't stop it. Dylan Garand, poor guy.
Well, that's a comeback. Now that situation is a whole lot different. Remember I talked about scoring in the first 7 minutes, second 7 minutes, and then the third roughly 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes in that area. Well, Yale's gotten back from 4-0. They gave up the first goal in the 3rd period. Now they've scored 2, and they kind of narrowed that gap a little bit. All of a sudden things, you know, maybe seem a little bit more doable.
2 goals in 14 minutes isn't that hard to imagine. You've got to think that Yale's got a whole lot more confidence right now. Just offside there, sort of brought it in.
Well, your coaching staff certainly for this Delta team really has to be take a look at the goal, exactly what happened here. There's the shot. Where's the deflection? And it's in the net.
Klein had room right in the slot. He was able to redirect that right where he wanted. I'm sure they've gone over that in practice a couple of times. We're getting some rough stuff here. Frank was going after Thurston. We saw Thurston throw that hit earlier in the game. He's not making a lot of friends, but you do need players like that when it comes to a game like hockey.
Yeah, you want guys to, definitely show the courage, no doubt about that. And Davis Frank, he is an on-ice agitator from Campbell River. Golly, keep looking at these ages, 14 years old. I was learning to tie my shoelaces. But they're good. It's always interesting, too, when these kids, you take a look at how young they are. They are young. But, Paul, when they get to junior camps, when they get drafted and they get to their first camp, is that an eviction there by Frank? I don't know.
Looks like Frank's headed out.
But just to finish that thought, they get called to rookie camp, and then some of them advance into main camp for the Western Hockey League. And they look around, guys, 18, 19, full beards.
Yes.
And they think, that must be a friend of my dad's. Oh, wait, no, he's a player. Well, that guy's got to be a coach. No, he's a player. He's a guy I've got to compete against. Interesting. And all of a sudden, everybody hairs over in a hurry, and they become pretty equal.
You're right. At 14, there is a huge gap between 14 and 18, although now I look down at Junior A players. Not that I look down at them. They're all taller than me. But, yeah, they all look like kids these days. I guess I'm getting up there in years as well.
Well, and it's all about compete. I've been asked many times, a parent will say, my kid's going to camp, and they got the skill. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be at Saskatoon or Regina or Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Western Hockey League if that's a route that you choose. And by the way, there's scouts from WHL, NCAA, and Junior A here. But I've been asked many times, how do you make the team, or how do you leave an impression? One word, compete. You have to compete. Have a look at what happened here, what caused all that action, the high sticks, you get up, there's a hit. And the last we've seen is Fair, I think. Well, wait a minute, there's the injury on that play, too. I mean, that's a big horse. You get up there, take it to the boards. But, yeah, you got to compete. And again, with 14 minutes and 17 seconds left, there's a 5-minute penalty up on the board.
Yep. Well, you talk about compete. You talk about what wins people over. You mentioned undrafted guys earlier tonight. I'm headed straight from this game to a Canucks game. Alex Burrows, 800 games in the NHL. There's a guy undrafted. Worked his way up through the East Coast League. If you compete every night, not everybody loves that guy, but you can't question his work ethic and his dedication to the sport.
No, I agree with you.
And that's the same thing for these guys here. Even if you're not one of the top prospects, you might catch the eye of a scout by showing that you have a never-say-die attitude.
I tell you, Brad Rahela not happy with that call. It's a 5-minute. Well, maybe he shouldn't be too happy with it or unhappy with it, because that 5-minute goal, it looks like it went against Delta, didn't it? Folks can't see the clock up here very well, I got to be honest with you.
They've got to have heaters for the fans.
And I'm not agile enough to get down low.
But yes, this will have a huge impact on this game. We're sitting 4-2. We've seen this rally, 2 straight goals from Yale. But this could hurt. Still a lot of discussion over what just happened.
Wow, this could turn on a dime. But again, and I've said this 3 times now, remember the Delta Wild have only given up 35 goals on the season. They've only lost 1 hockey game. They've scored 115, so they certainly know all about playing without the puck. And the thing about killing penalties and killing 5-minuters especially, it does tax your top guys.
So it looks like Thurston getting tossed out of the game. Sitting in the box, serving the penalty. I think, was that Graham Sward that skated over? Or sorry, wrong side. Curtis Smythe, perhaps? No, he just went to the bench. I've been watching a few different spots. I missed who skated in the box. But, yeah, we're going to see a 5-minute power play for Yale. Down by 2. Momentum in their favor.
And this is where their key guys have to step up now. With the game kind of on the line at this point, guys like, Bowen, guys like McDonald. Delagorgendier, defenseman. Well, there's a Yale player going on the box as well. You hear the reaction of the crowd.
We're definitely going to get some sound up, I think, of the announcement on penalties. This was a tough one to figure out. So Frank is now in the box. He was the guy jarring with Thurston over at the benches.
But it's still a 5-on-4 for Yale, so the opportunity's there.
Coincidentals and a 5.
Yale, number 12, Davis Frank, a 10-minute misconduct. To Delta, number 21, Trevor Thurston, a 5-minute major penalty for cross-checking and a game misconduct. Yale, number 12, Davis Frank, a 10-minute misconduct. Delta, number 21, Trevor Thurston, 5 minutes for cross-checking and a game misconduct.
So a 10 and a 10 and a 5 on top of that. 4:37 still left in that one. 13:46 on the clock. Long power play here that will extend if they score. This is as good a chance as Yale will get in this game. They give it away, though. Here's Sanawana cutting up the middle over to Horseman. He throws it on net, just over the net. Down the other way, Fair crosses the blue line. Intercepted by the defender. Big hit thrown there by Sanawana on McDonald. Yale still has possession, though. Bowen in the corner, fighting off a check. Back to the line. Fair doesn't have anywhere to go. Throws it to Bowen, down beside the net. Throws it in front, can't cross it, doesn't connect. That was Delagorgendier on the side, just couldn't quite fire on that one. Still almost 4 minutes to go on this power play, though. Out comes Shepard. We've seen them dangerous shorthanded. Shepard cutting in on the side. He'll be happy just probably to rag this one out. Yep, Mount goes for a skate back into his own zone. And he'll flip it out as soon as the pressure sets in. Great penalty killing tonight from Delta. Getting some scuffly play behind the Milne. Looked like he took down Shepard there. Yale sets up on the power play. Shepard comes in, though, to try and break it up.
Great challenge by Shepard. They're wonderful. He's been very impressive tonight. Number 16 for Delta.
Gagnon at the line. Waits with it. Throws it over. Fourfellow. Back to Gagnon. Winds up. Can't go anywhere. Fourfellow. Throws it over to the other side. Back over to Gagnon. Winds up. Shoots just wide. Fourfellow can't hold that one in. They have to regroup at center ice. Gagnon waits for his men to tag up. Klein, the goal scorer, one of the goal scorers. Along the sideboards, near side. He throws that one on. Good little shot. Good sustained pressure by Yale here. Klein goes for it in the corner. He's got it behind the net. Looks out in front. Milne is there trying to prove to be some sort of ruckus. Fair there as well. He fights down into the side. Mount holds him off. Takes it behind his own net and dumps it.
You know what Delta's doing a nice job is splitting their focus. You know, splitting it, Paul, between the guy that's got the puck in your own zone and the guy who it might go to. Real good job killing that off so far.
Not a whole lot for Yale to work with by way of lanes. They throw it out in front there. No one was in the slot, though. McDonald, far corner. Back to the point. Fair. Crosses it again. McDonald can't quite get enough on that one. Puck comes out. Yale's only got 1:30. Just over 1:30 left in this 5-minute power play. Haven't been able to do anything with it. They're down 4-2 as we approach the midway point of the third period. Fair throws that one wide, stick side. Back to the point, Delagorgendier. Down to Fever. McDonald can't quite get to that one, but Bowen does. Bowen's back at the line, throws it over to the other side. It's Fair. Back to Delagorgendier. Throws that one right in the logo, and it's in! I don't know if that went in off him or if one of the men in front got a hold of it, but they've got a goal. It's 4-3 There's the power play marker, and they get to stay on the power play for another minute 6 because it was a 5-minute major.
You know, Gorgia-Deer had 2 goals, 6 assists. He had 8 points in the round robin. That's the guy that just shot that puck.
It was just him.
And, you know, he was suspended 2 games, number 22. Missed the quarterfinal, missed the semifinal. And that might have been the really only good shot Yale had in that first 4 minutes of that power play, just under. And they got within 1. Boy, it's game on now.
So yeah, in about 7 minutes, 3 goals for Yale. They were down 4-0 early in this period. A minute 46 in was the 4th Delta goal, and it's been all Yale since. Throwing it back in the middle there, Fair. Goes behind the net. Bowen keeps control. Back to the line to Legorjantier. Across to Fair. They've got the same lineup as worked on that last goal. Fever throws it in the slot. Fair throws himself at the puck. Can't quite get there in time, but Bowen still got control. 30 seconds to go in the power play. De Legorjantier. Wicked shot from the point, but it's high and wide. Good job by Fordhams to wrestle that one out against Bowen. Pass up from the goalie. Proctor Ramirez hit Bowen. Gagnon, far side. Gets back in the zone. Only 10 seconds to go. That one's out of bounds. They did get one out of that 5-minute power play, and they've still got 8 seconds to work with a face-off deep in the Delta zone here.
He's got a big shot. This guy can really fire it. And it takes a lot of guts to even get in the way to block that shot. But there was just enough distraction around the net that Garand was not able to focus maybe exactly the way he wanted to on the shot, and it got past him. 8 seconds left in the power play. You win the face-off often, you can generate one more scoring chance, but yeah, it might come right here.
Chase on there. Loses it, though. Out breaks Delta. No help there. Big shot. Hits the shoulder. Oh, man, that one landed awkwardly. Luckily, Yale regained control of the puck. That was sort of on the far side, getting that opportunity. Marini cuts across, waits for help, throws it in. Chase on, try to get it in front of the net. Doesn't get there, out comes Klein. Or Margetson, that was. Yale now behind their own net. Gagnon and Shepard collide. Neither gets the puck. Yale's able to clear that one up and out. Marini, and it's icing.
Game of hockey is always about momentum shifts. There's so many in a game. There's so many in a period. And right now, Coach Kuss over there knows that his team's lost a little bit of momentum on this situation. They've got to find a way to get it back.
And we'll see if they can get it back. We're going to take a quick break from here at the Pat Quinn Classic on Shaw TV. We'll see you after this break.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
My name's Benjamin. I am an above-knee amputee. The war amp supports me. These are my legs from since I was born. This one is my first leg. It's the smallest one. It's really cute. The Keytag money that people donate went towards the swim leg, and then now I can use it for swimming and cross-country skiing and skating. It makes me feel good about myself to be able to do things that everybody else can do.
Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, January 6th, when the Calgary Hitmen land in the Queen City looking to rub out a win against the Regina Pats. Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
Well, you came to my rescue. I needed someone to carry my sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la.
Thanks for joining us. The Yale Lions have clawed their way back into this one. It's been a wild one, not just because Delta are playing here. 4-3 the score with just over 8 minutes remaining in the third period. Final here for the Bantam Elite level action of the Pat Quinn Classic. Taylor back at the line for Yale. Loses control of it. Here comes Horseman. Try to feed Santa Juana. Misses him. Puck back in the Yale zone. They can smell it. But can they complete the comeback? 3 straight goals for them in this third period. Far side, Klein cuts in the middle, gets a nice little shot there. It's deflected blocker side by Garant.
A nice job coming up the ice. It's always nice if you can get a guy coming off that left wing, skating and getting into the high slot area. A pretty good effort there by Yale, but that puck was stopped by Garant and up into the netting. You can tell, look, by what he's, what his body language is telling you right there. He knows that there's a lull in momentum now that his team's got to get back.
Whoa, McDonald tried to get a shot right off the draw. It went high and wide. Out comes Delta, just offside. Shepard took that one inside the Yale blue line. He's getting some shoves.
Paul, this is the first game, I think almost all year, that the Delta team has gone out of rotation in terms of splitting the goaltending between Garand and Dayton. In fact, I think it is all season. They've just simply gone 50-50 on it, but it's back-to-back games right now for Garand. And there's a backup goalie on the bench.
Scrum along the boards. McDonald comes out with it for Yale, followed out by Gagnon. He tries to cut to the middle. Smythe held him up. Mount chases Fever. Puck still up for grabs. Out comes Delta. There's Shepard again. Rubbed out by Sword. Delta still with control in the Yale zone. Nice job there, cutting across, holding the line by Watson. Sort holding things down low. Just under 7 minutes left right now. Delta with the most pressure they've had in a while. Ardanaz waits for that one as McDonald went down for the block. He's still working low, circles around behind the net. Gets held up by the D though, doesn't get to complete his lap. Puck out front, Mosher couldn't get control there. Ardanaz now fighting on the boards with Klein. Behind the net, Shepard tried to get things out in the slot. Mosher put that one, but holding the line is Proctor Ramirez.
Ben Mosher, 6'2", 186 pounds from White Rock. What do they feed these guys? And he does play to his size. He knows what he's got to do, and anytime you're that big, skating's always going to be an issue. His brother plays with Saskatoon Blades in the Western Hockey League. Well, I shouldn't say plays, he's played a couple games with him. But that's a big phantom hockey play out there, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't get a ton of ice time, but when he's out there, you notice him.
He's got the siren on, got the red light blinking when he's coming in to check you.
Oh, he'd be great in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Watson now back in his own end. Over to Ardanaz. Evans chips that one up to center. Fair back in his own end.
They got to be way, way more proactive right now, Yale, the team in blue. They can't turn pucks over in that spot. You know why? All of a sudden it's a 100-foot rink. Instead of being 200 feet, it's got to go 100 feet.
Santa Juana back to the line. Smythe winds up, puts that one towards the net, doesn't make it. Horseman down low. Scrum along the boards. Ref ready to blow the whistle, doesn't have to. Santa Juana gets that one out. Works in the other corner and takes it in the numbers from Captain Bowen. That looks like that'll be a penalty call. And that's costly for Yale right now. 5:18 on the clock. Down by 1 in the third period.
You know, you almost kind of think it's a bit of frustration only because you've played a little too much in your zone of late. And, you know, Ethan Bowen says, you know what, I got to change this around. I got to get in there and get a hit. Got to get in my own zone and be active. And you see the captain heading for the box.
He's tossed. Hit the numbers. He's out of the game.
He's done.
That's huge. He had a 2-goal, 1-assist game in the semifinal. Has been very big this evening. but he won't be helping his teammates out. Frank's still in the box with his 10-minute penalty, chatting with the officials. He'll be out soon, I believe.
And as we look at that replay, that's...
Santa Juana getting help, though, to the bench, though. That was a dangerous hit.
It's 100% the kind of hit they want to take out of hockey.
Yeah.
Man, Ethan Bowen, his tournament is over.
Yep. Hopefully Santa Juana can come back, but he's going to get checked out by the trainer in the locker room.
A little wobbly, isn't he?
Looked a little wobbly, had a couple guys helping him off the ice.
Langley is Santa Juana. Well, that changes the dynamics a little bit. Certainly Rahela knows the significance of that penalty, losing top man. Now it's somebody else got to pick it up. Sure, that's what he's talking about right now.
Shepard skates in, wins that draw for his centerman. Back to point, Shipley over to Watson. Watson winds up, puts that one towards the net. Blocker to side by Proctor Ramirez. Out goes the far side. Shipley's there. Gets it past Fair. Near side boards. That's Mount. Getting watched closely, puts it back down low. Mount there, they want to be careful, don't want to give up any chances here. Watson winds up, fakes over to Mount. They crisscross, back to Watson, he's got some room, skates in, puts it towards the net, it's blocked. Philip Gorjandier, again coming up big on the blue line for Yale. Delta with sustained pressure though, Shipley almost lost it there to Fair. Throws it back to Watson, he winds up, waits. Tries to get it across, able to hold on to it, winds up again, puts it towards the net, good save there. Mount now puts it in the corner. Shepard follows it, turns around, Sordiff with him, back to Mount. Down to Shepard, he's got Sordiff in front. Mount now looking for a lane, can't find somewhere to shoot it. Over to Watson, Watson's got room, winds up, puts it at the side of the net. Shepard just deflects it on net, but it's covered up by Proctor Ramirez.
A lot of coaches will tell you when you've got a 1-goal lead and you're on the power play and there's less than 5 minutes left, you got to be very careful about two things. Number one, even though you're on the power play, Paul, you don't want to get pucks, when you pass pucks back towards your own zone, even though you're in the Yale zone, you got to be careful. And number two, when you shoot, the last thing you want is a block shot that goes a breakaway the other way.
Evans in the corner. 30 seconds left on this power play. Big shot from Smythe. At the side, Evans jamming away at it. So is Mosher, but no one can get it in. Proctor Ramirez covering the bottom of the net. Coming up big, holding his team in it. Yale down 4-3. That is huge.
I love the shot from the point, how he got it through. And I'm more impressed if you watch after this shot, watch the guys in white go to the front of the net. That's a nice job of attacking the paint area after that puck got through. That's exactly the way you want to look for rebounds.
Smythe has to chase that one back into his own end. Only 15 seconds to go on the power play. They've got 3:30 away. They're 3:30 away from being crowned champs here at the Pat Quinn Classic for the Bantam Elites. Horseman now enters the zone, looks to the middle. Mosher's crashing. Puck gets sent out by Yale, and their man leaves the box. Klein's out. Watson back at his own end for Delta. Quick pass ahead. Evans can't take that one. He gets knocked down.
Well, you thought there was going to be some time left. We thought there was enough to generate, 3 or 4. I talked about 7-minute segments, Paul. You talk about, scoring chances. I mean, zone time is one thing. Just generate 4 or 5 scoring chances if you're Yale, trailing by 1. But unfortunately, we got the leading scorer out of the hockey game. And Delta should be able to ride this out very, very nicely if they just continue to play defensively as well as they have.
They're still forechecking well there. Mount in the slot, tried to get a hold, couldn't do anything. The DR holding back, don't want to take any risks.
There's the dumping you want. Now you force Yale to go 200 feet with the puck, and you'll see Delta in basically a 1-2-2. Look at the guys between the blue lines, 4 of them. Good job by Delta.
And Shepard, the man with the hops, gets back quickly, even if he is the forecheck.
And see how tough it is to get out? Delta broke that play, or to get it deep, Delta broke the play up properly.
Chip there. Shepard doesn't give up. He's got it. Tries to cut to the middle. Can't quite glove that one. Proctor Ramirez lets it go, but luckily Yale gets control, kicks it up. 2:25 to go in the third. Yale up the ice. Fair has a goal tonight. Sends it in behind. Milne there. Can't get control. Delta just trying to get it out of their zone. They'll take a stoppage in play though. 2:07 on the clock.
You know, even for Delta, it's the first time this year that they have had their goaltenders out of a rotation of one guy plays, then the other, then the one guy, then the other. Dylan Garan has been very, very good tonight with a 3-2 win over Burnaby Winter Club. Got the nod again. That's 2 games in 1 day for that goaltender right there, and that requires a ton of focus.
Just a little delay here. The clock didn't stop in time. I think it was actually supposed to be about 2:08 or 2:09. So they're trying to add some time, or they'll delay the start. We've got to watch the goalie here too, though. Yale's got to be thinking 6th attacker anytime now.
You know, Paul, Dylan Garan, 9-0 in league play. .958 save percentage for that young man right there. And he's been good here tonight.
Puck comes in behind Garan now. Evans on the far side, can't get it out. Puck gets sent once again behind the Delta net. Evans that time can't get it out. Gets another chance. That time gets a little help from his friend Santawana back in the game. He's been checked out. Tried to juke and jive when he made the Yale zone, but lost control of the puck. Horseman there just puts it up to Santawana. He dumps it in. 1:30, 90 seconds left on the clock. 4-3 Delta. Final matchup here at the Pat Quinn Classic for the Bantam Elites. Title on the line. Fourfellow has to chase. They're running out of time. De La Gorgondiere behind his own net. Looks up. Fair now. Loops back. Goalie's looking to the bench. Can't quite leave the net though. Klein now into the zone. Proctor Ramirez heads to the bench. 6 attackers out. Now for Yale. They're pressing less than a minute. Can they tie it? In the slot, down low. Frank can't get a hold of that one. Good eye there by Garan, just gloving that one down and stopping things.
Yeah, you know what? He looked up and he saw 3 different sticks trying to get at that puck. Not sure he knew exactly which were his teammates or not, but the fact of the matter was he knew that that puck wasn't going to be cleared with a stick, and he grabbed it. Nice job.
Good little snag the fly ball there. That's what you need from your goalie late in the game. 47-7 on the clock. We got a timeout.
Yale with the timeout. Again, the big red board out there. I've seen a lot of white boards, but Coach Rahela with the red board, trying to set something up. Goaltender out.
6 attackers.
You know, sometimes what you want that 6th man to do on a face-off is be the second forward to get the loose puck in the circle. You know, one guy can't necessarily win that battle all by himself, but you give him that one extra player off the bench. Now you gain control of the puck. And all you're really looking for, Paul, I would say right now, if Yale Hockey Academy and what they're going over there, 47.7 seconds left, should they not give up a goal, I got to believe Garand there has to make minimum 2 saves in the next 40. Good saves. Maybe 3. If Yale can get 3 scoring chances, I think they'll be happy.
Yale's had 18 shots tonight. They're down 30-18. Delta's been very good, but Yale's been better in this third period. Outscoring Delta 3-1. Here they go, 30 seconds. Can they do it? Puck gets knocked out. They're going to have to chase. 35 on the clock now. De La Gorgondiere back being hounded in his own zone. Porchetta now. Trying to get it from Fair. De La Gorgondiere now. Find his own net. Up ahead, McDonald. 20 seconds on the clock. They make the zone, but can they get control here? Delta wraps it around. Mount with a nice play. Still can't get it past. They're lining up along the boards to hold the line. Klein has it, working his way into the slot, cutting around as many guys as he can, but there were too many of them. He was overwhelmed. 3 seconds. I think Delta may have done it, and Delta wins 4-3. taking the Bantam Elite level here at the Pat Quinn Classic 2016. Congratulations to all those boys who have just proven their incredible skill, defeating a very talented team from Yale. They have nothing to be ashamed of after that third period, bringing it back to within 1 goal.
Yeah, it was a good mounted effort, if you will, by Yale to get back in this hockey game, because they trailed 3-0 after 2 and actually gave up the first goal, if you will, of the third period. So when you're down 4-0 in period number 3 and you get to within 1, that's pretty close. But generally when you have a yard sale like you see on the ice right there, that generally indicates somebody won a championship. And congratulations to the Delta Wild on winning this hockey championship here, the Pat Quinn Bantam Elite level. Nice job.
Big congratulations from all of us here at Shaw to the boys from Delta. That was a big win, and it was a very hard-fought win, a close one, 4-3 finish. Last year, Chicago got out to an early lead against this same Delta squad, and maybe wasn't the most exciting game for a final matchup, but this one was as advertised. Two of the top teams at the Bantam Elite level in British Columbia, in Western Canada, in the world, giving us a very fun, entertaining nail-biter of a matchup.
Well, you know, Paul, when you lose momentum, as Delta did there, trailing or leading 4-0, and then kind of a barn burner at the end, you got to give them credit for reining it back in. Not a lot of teams are able to do that. Some of these kids at this level just, play like their hair is on fire, when they get an opportunity to get within striking distance. But Delta, I thought, I talked about it a lot. I talked about it at the end of the first period. Very patient hockey club.
Very patient, waited it out, played it safe late in the game. Good defense, but they still had a bit of a forecheck going.
And wait till you folks, if nothing else, you're watching this at home, hang around. You got to have a look at the size of this Pat Quinn trophy. I mean, it's going to take 5 guys to carry it out there.
It's Pat Quinn sized. I'd like to see them hoisting it, doing a lap around the ice. I'm not sure if these guys can.
Well, I know exactly.
This one's bigger than the Stanley. Well, I don't know about that.
It's taller.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's taller.
All right, we're going to take a really quick break as they get set up to hand out the trophies here at the Pat Quinn Classic. Stay with us.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
Back here at Bill Copeland Arena in Burnaby, British Columbia, the Delta Wild prep team has just defeated the prep team out of Yale Academy in Abbotsford. It's a 4-3 finish right down to the end. A great comeback in the third, or a comeback attempt by Yale, 3 straight goals. And there is that trophy. It does require 2 fully grown military-looking men. I'm not sure who they're with, but yes, that's a hefty trophy, to say the least.
It's a
Pat Quinn-sized trophy.
Oh, yes, it's impressive. I think there's a couple guys on that Delta team, maybe, just maybe, right now that are bailing out. They're saying, I'm not gonna, don't hand it to me. Oh, I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna see the ceremony for the silver medals and the trophy, as well as some of the top performers from the tournament. So maybe we'll sound up now to John Ashbridge in the booth.
With goaltender number 1, Andre Proctor Ramirez. And goaltender number 30, Eric Clark. Number 5, Tyson Fair. Number 8, Owen Forfellow. Number 27, Trey Taylor. Number 15, Cameron McDonald. Number 20, Luca Vanier. Number 2, Mikey Milne. Number 21, Nico Marini. Number 9, Dylan Anderson. Number 24, Brody Gagno. Number 10, Zach Fever. Number 7, Keaton Klein. Number 22, Aiden Della Gorjandier. Number 19, Jake Chason. Number 4, Graham Sword. Number 12, Davis Frank. Number 14, Benjamin Vorenbrock. And team captain, number 17, Ethan Bowen. The coaching staff for Yale Prep Academy, head coach Brad Rahala. And his assistant coach, Jarrett Craig. Gentlemen. These are your silver medalists in the Bantam AAA Elite Yale Prep Academy.
So there you have it, Yale getting their silver medals.
There's a guy we haven't even talked about, Darcy Rhoda, handing out those medals. Another one of those Burnaby guys. Look at him. Looks in match fit, man.
Yeah, he could get out there with the skates, and I'm sure he could lift that trophy. Still looks fit. And here we see Delta starting to collect their medals as well. Cliff Ronning handing those ones out.
Number 44, Gabriel Shipley.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Number 21, Trevor Thurston.
Thirsty, what's up? Thanks. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Number 27, Ryan Watson.
Congratulations, kid.
Thank you.
Well done.
Number 4, Curtis Smythe.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Number 11, Nick Ardenaz.
Congratulations. There you go.
Number 7, Bryce Margetson.
Congratulations.
Number 12, Ben Mosher.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
Number 17, Justin Serdiff.
Good job, son. Good game, man.
Number 16, Cole Shepard.
Congratulations, man. Good speed, good speed. Like
Number
it.
33, Tyle Horstman.
Well done. Congratulations.
Number 19, Peyton Mount.
Hey. Congratulations.
Number 14, John Evans.
Congratulations, son.
Number 8, Brandon Santawana.
Congratulations. Well done. Well received.
Number 40, Chris Fortums.
Congratulations.
Number 9, Christian Fitzgerald.
Good boy, kid. Congratulations.
Number 10, Daniel O'Neill.
Congratulations.
And the captain of the Delta Wild, number 18, Nicholas Porchetta.
I want you to go shake Mrs.
The
Quinn's.
co-coaches of the
Ann's
gold
Quinn,
medal winning
Quinn's
team,
hand. Yep.
Shane Cuss and Matt Earhart.
Thanks, buddy.
And the team manager, we salute
Congratulations.
as well,
Well done,
Shane Margetson. Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist in the Bantam AAA Elite Division,
Darcy, how you doing?
the Delta Y.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Cliff Running definitely had to stretch a bit with Ben Mosher there. We talked about his size
Nicholas,
earlier.
would you
and-
please?
You know, I love the comment that he made to Cole Shepard. He
Yeah.
said it 3 times. Great speed, kid. Great speed. I love that. But I'll tell you, my favorite player today, and one of the most important players, I think, was Tyler Hortzman. He was outstanding today.
He was on my list. Peyton Mount, maybe my pick. He was in big part of the first goal and the fourth goal for Delta. And there they are with the trophy. Nicholas Porchetta, captain of Delta. Congratulations once again, boys. Well played.
By the way, this kid you see, Porchetta, was voted captain on his team by his players, by his teammates. And that tells you something. Anytime you get assigned a captaincy by the coaching staff or one that's picked by your team, that's pretty impressive stuff. You don't know where to put it.
He's a little concerned about the celebration.
Well, I'll just put it down here.
We have individual honors.
Maybe push it around the ice.
Yeah, I like
Outstanding
that.
performances in this Bantam AAA Elite
Good
Division.
stuff.
The top defenseman from OHA Edmonton, Caden Goyle. Now, Caden may have already left. We'll make
Top
sure that he
defenseman
gets
not
his
on hand, but he's
sure.
part of the new Edmonton-based Okanagan hockey camp, which is neat to see. They had a team from the Okanagan, from the Kelowna area, from Edmonton as well. They're expanding.
And who is it?
I missed the name.
Wasn't a Gooley boy, was it? Here's your goaltender.
Let's get you right in here.
Goaltender of the tournament, there you go. Dylan Garand, the third player I wrote down from the 3 I wanted to mention. Horseman, Garand, and Peyton Mount, big part of the effort by Delta, but really all of their players deserve the
scorer
congratulations.
In this division, from the silver medal team, team captain Yale Academy, Ethan Bowen.
Yeah, the reason you see Ethan Bowen in street clothes and you saw Thurston for Delta is they got ejected.
You got it?
This guy's got a future, boy.
Bowen was a fantastic player. He did get ejected, which is not something you like to see, but in that semifinal, he really carried that team.
You know, he had 22 goals on the year, Bowen did. That was 12 more than the guy second on his team.
That's, you know,
MVP
probably a sign
stuff
of,
there.
value right there.
Okay, grab this.
And there you go, Peyton Mount. Good performance.
Call for us, but we're all good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Peyton Mount, very impressive as well, wasn't he?
Perfect.
Congratulations to both teams, our silver medalists from Yale, our gold medalists from Delta. Congratulations as well to all of our award
And there you have it.
winners.
Matt.
The players now will
Thank
attempt
you to our
to
presenters.
hoist their trophy and get a little bit of a
I'm sure a few of
celebration.
you are going to
Congratulations
want
to
to remain with the
Delta
team
Prep
for the team
Academy,
picture.
the Bantam Elite champs at the Pat Quinn Classic 2016. They're going to line up for a photo here. We'll still be with you for a little while. We'll take a little bit of a look at this, and then we'll go to a break. And when you come back, you'll have more with myself, Paul McClellan, and Bill Wilms.
The Pat Quinn Classic Championship Game in Burnaby, BC is live on Shaw TV.
Shutout simulator audition, take 1.
It's game time at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Face off against today's best players and share your game cam videos. The Hockey Hall of Fame. It's your time to play.
Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey is live on Shaw. Watch Friday, January 6th, when the Calgary Hitmen land in the Queen City looking to rub out a win against the Regina Pats. Levitt Machinery WHL Hockey, only on Shaw.
You know how to shoot that thing? I'm good. So am I.
He's local, my friend.
Oh, we're good. We got a Mexican. I sense we are bonding. Boom.
Volunteer with Shaw TV. Community volunteers learn about television production both in front of the camera and behind the scenes. There's a volunteer opportunity for everyone at Shaw TV. Find out more at shawtv.com.
It's where you live. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Celebration still going on here on the ice at Bill Copeland Arena as Delta has won the Bantam Elite level of the Pat Quinn Classic. And we're headed rinkside right now where Sarah Wright has one of their coaches to talk about their victory.
Thanks, Paul. I'm here with Shane Cuss, the head coach of the winning team today. How good does that feel?
It feels pretty good. I'm really happy for the boys. They battled hard. It was a long tournament, a lot of some sickness going through the team, so it was nice to pull that one out.
And you went into the third period up 4-0. Final score was 4-3. A little scary there?
Yeah, we kind of let them back in the game a little bit, and we held on there, killed that 5-minute major off, which was I think a big boost for us after allowing them back in, and gave us some momentum back.
Things did get a little rough out there. What did you say to the guys to keep their heads in the game?
We just got to keep calm. And, we've played these guys 7 times now, and we know that they're rough physical games, and we just got to keep our composure and stay calm and, let the game kind of come to us, not, let them take it to us.
Does this win set you up for a fun end of the season?
Well, it's a start to it, obviously. We got the second half coming. We got a big tournament in St. Albert coming up, and then we look forward to our playoffs.
And for the team now, what happens? Do you guys go out for dinner? How do you celebrate?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We haven't decided that yet. We kind of haven't planned ahead, but I'm sure we'll do something, get the group together, and have some fun with it.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's head back up to the booth.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that, Sarah. Yeah, as I said earlier, celebration continuing, photos being taken with the trophy. Great to see Shane Cuss there with some success. We're waiting to see if we can get some of these victorious players down there with Sarah as well. It looks like we may have a goalie interview coming up. But yeah, great performance. Things got a little hairy in the third. Yale got 3 straight goals, but it wasn't enough to come back from that 4-0 lead that Delta had built up. Good on the boys for holding on, playing it safe, but still aggressive in the third. And we're going to get a highlight pack for you, too, after this interview. Sarah, I think you got the winning goaltender right now. What's going on?
I do have the winning goaltender, Dylan Garand, who didn't just win 1 game, but 2 games today to win the tournament. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I thought the boys played pretty well in front of me, and it's a good team effort.
When the team, when Yale got back into that game and it was up 4-3, from your end of the ice, what were you seeing happening out there that allowed the team to get back in?
They're turning up the pressure when they needed to, and it was good effort by them, and we hung on for the win. It was good.
Is there anything that your team's learned from this week of play?
Yeah, when we get up, to just keep going hard and never sit back. It's good.
What are you guys going to do to celebrate?
Thank you so much. Hopefully take some pictures with the cup and be happy.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, Paul, take it back.
Congratulations, a great game for Dylan Garand. Thanks again, Sarah, for getting these interviews for us. I think we've got the highlight pack ready to roll. But, yeah, give us a little bit of a recap of that third period, but the game in general as well, Bill.
Well, it ended up being a hockey game. And
yeah.
Remember, it was 3-0 going for Delta, and it ended up being 4-0 to start with. And, sort of with a great play. I thought that might have been as pretty a play. That's taken up a good position in front of the net. That made it 4-0. Then, cue the comeback. When you get guys going down left wing, like Tyson Ferrer, and cutting around people and taking it in the dirty area, if you will, the paint, that's impressive. That got his team going. That made it 4-1. Get a shot from the point. These, you never know where they're going to end up. If you can get it through and get it on traffic, it's going to be deflected, sometimes not. It's 4-2. Now they get a 5-minute power play, and they only score the 1 goal on it. And, that to me was a huge difference. Gorgendier there with a power play goal, that got them to within 1, and they just couldn't finish it off after that. Again, penalties, some plays took guys out of games. Ethan Bowen, deflection in front. I mean, remember that 5-minute power play, Paul? I thought there had to be at least 2 goals scored on that.
You got to do it. You got the 5 minutes. It's not going to end early. At least you'd think, the way they were playing. Yeah, you know what I mean. The goals that got him back into the game. I thought the cut around the defense by Tyson Ferrer, that's inspirational. That's a big lift. And then Keaton Klein with the goal from the point, the deflection that you just saw, that gets you motivated even some more. And then he only got the 1 goal on that power play. That kind of spelled the difference. You heard Shane Cuss talk about killing that 5 and 3. Oh yeah.
That was important.
That was important. We saw off the top in that highlight pack a goal from Peyton Mount. He's downstairs with Sarah right now.
That's right, the game-winning goal. Talk me through that goal.
Well, my line mate, I gave it up to him, and he made a nice give-and-go play, and it just found the back of the net, I guess, just pushed it in.
So earlier this season, you guys actually lost to Yale in a final of a tournament, and now you guys are winning. Now you're the winners. How does that feel?
Feels good, bounce back from that. We really wanted it. Before the game in the room, we were all pumped up and ready for it, so we just went out and won, I guess.
When the game got real tight there, about halfway through the third period, what were you guys saying to each other on the bench?
We're just saying, stay positive, just get the puck deep, quick shifts, just everything to help prevent another goal for them.
Not only did you get the game winner today, but you were named the MVP of the whole tournament, MVP of the Pat Quinn Classic. What do you think about that?
It's pretty cool, but I couldn't have done without my teammates. They helped give me the puck, score, everything to help me get this award.
So they make you look good?
Yeah, they're always helping.
Well, you look good out there, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, take it back.
Thanks very much, Sarah. Peyton Mount, big game, big tournament for him. Great to see him and his Delta Wild win 4-3 here at the Bantam Elite level at the Pat Quinn Classic 2016. Fantastic night, fantastic week here. Bill, just some closing thoughts. What do you think about the whole Pat Quinn Classic experience?
Well, I've been involved in the Western Hockey League for a long time, and to be honest with you, I've never paid much attention to Bantams. For me, it's a case of out of sight, out of mind. I want to see them when they're 15 and 16.
Yeah.
They get to 5 games when they get drafted in the Western Hockey League, and at 16 they make an impact if they're talented. But I got to tell you something. This is a very, very impressive event.
Yeah.
This is very impressive talent. When you take a look at the Western Hockey League, they probably have between 8 and 10 scouts on each team. And they're writing down, they're adjusting those glasses, they're making notes, and they're doing it at this level. And the wonderful thing about Bantam hockey, folks, if you've never watched it, is the change that happens. These players are not the same players 2 months ago. They've changed already. And to see this and be a part of this year at the Pat Quinn Classic has really been a pleasure for me. And I'm just thrilled that I was able to be a part of this and that we could bring it to the people of British Columbia. I
feel exactly the same way. A big thank you to all the organizers for the event, all the teams that came out, all the players that gave their all to this, our crew in the Shaw TV truck and on the cameras. It's been a fantastic day. As I said,
Rob's
fantastic
the best.
week. Rob, the camera guy. Shout outs to everyone, but thank you again to you viewers as well. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole team. Sarah Wright, Bill Wilms here with me now, Paul McClellan. We look forward to bringing you lots more local sports on Shaw TV. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.